I think I felt it, but you clung me back. You clawed me back in. I had no choice.
I played the sickest of mix-ups, and it completely blindsided you. But you want to know what's super sick?
What's that?
We aren't even a full minute in, and we have already begun the tournament.
Oh, very nice. We got some dutiful players here. We're just ready.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
We've got Luna hopping in. We've got False King. Both are all set and already going. Like, I like having the time to seed everything and plan beforehand, because look at this. We didn't have to spend 5-10 minutes to plan this beforehand. We are just starting with the tournament. We are going. And False King is just going in with that Sparky grab confirmed.
Absolutely. You know, yeah, it's nice when players are actually prepared for their matches. It's a good sight to see for TOs out there. I'm not familiar with the False King. Is he someone that new that came up, or is he someone
He's a
different?
long-time ranked player who, like, I remember playing ranked against False King for a very long time, and with probably sometime after you took a step back and went on break, False King started playing online in brackets, and we've been seeing him a lot more from time to time.
I see. Okay, yeah, really interesting. He's doing pretty well so far against Luna. Definitely a high level to intel. He's got pretty interesting set. Sparky and Chill. He has a lot of the like good stuff that you need to really use for double glove to intel. So it's cool to see. Get some new people in.
I find it's he might be leaning a little too much into those double gloves. If Luna's just playing around gloves, it doesn't matter how many different types he has. Luna will probably have him beat. That also said, there is a nice charm and there are a lot of flexibility options in going in with the Chilla and Sparky. And we saw a lot of that in that first round where False King was able to go in for some serious damage, but it looks like Luna's definitely warmed up and is currently stomping down False King.
Yeah, he's definitely got a rhythm going. I think he's kind of figured out where to angle those tri-blasts to just make False King's offense kind of not quite as effective. But trying to go for that comeback though. He's got something going, but that tri-blast at the very end, that one little poke is gonna make things even going into round 3. Oh, spicy grab, but Luna says no to that. Both starting off with Rush.
Nice call out with that tri-blast. Out comes the Rush, and False King quickly throwing his out 285 damage. Not too much of a lead considering that good opening from Luna though. And Luna's Rush can easily balance things out too.
Absolutely. I like to play from False King though, getting that Rush out of the way first to be able to get a chance to build one up later. Ooh, getting lucky with that setup there, being able to get out of that spicy tri-blast mix-up for that Rush.
I think Luna was expecting that he was on a slightly higher or lower ground during that, or expecting False King to jump to extend that fall, but False King was just on even level, which means that the fall is pretty much instant, so there's no recovery. Alas, I don't know how much that's going to do for him, as he is on his last legs, and there is a Rush that can shield break coming at him.
Ooh, very, very good retreat from False King, making sure it doesn't track. Regardless, though, that arm is still going to break, gives Luna pretty much all the freedom in the world to get that tri-blast poke in. Very hard to miss with that when someone loses an arm when you have tri-blast. That's a pretty much a free poke. Luna took full advantage of it.
Yeah, it just reaches everywhere.
Yeah.
And with that, Luna starting off with a good advantage, and False King going to be taking us to DNA Lab next.
Okay, interesting. I think this could end up being potentially good for False King for sure. Tri-Blast very much known for not being too conducive against pillared stages like this one, so I respect it.
That said, Luna also has the Chakram, which, on the other hand, is good on these two stages. But if False King is moving around safely, poking wisely, and really focusing on capitalizing on these pillars, I can see this definitely being a good stage for him.
Not to mention the Chakram Rush, not quite as effective with the pillars either, depending on how many of them are up. So I think he does have that safe leverage right now. At the moment, though, Luna getting a pretty good little health lead here. Already building up close to Rush.
Oh, nice block. False King keeping himself alive, still a little bit behind Luna on health. If he gets his rush out in the exchange, it would be able to overpower Luna, so you know Luna's trying to be aware, cognizant that not throw anything out unnecessarily, or potentially just wait it out for False to throw out his rush first. And we do get 170 from that.
Yeah, that being said, Luna did throw that out. But fortunately, he was behind that pillar. That glove rush kind of struggling to get around it. That, you know, was lucky for him. The rush, that is going to be a clean rush from Luna, though. Putting him right in the red. Very strong start from Luna so far.
Luna just focusing on taking the rest of these pillars down. I feel like they were working out for him a lot better, but can't blame a guy for not being a fan of pillars regardless. As he's just dancing between each one, just being like, let's just clear them all out so this stage is just beautifully mined.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's probably just wanting to try to smother him at this point. 6 seconds left. Most likely Luna's going to take this. Yeah, there's definitely going to take it now.
Yeah, nothing False King can do. Does manage to time Luna out, which definitely going to give him a little bit more ground to maybe try to figure out things here, but this really looks like Luna just has the read on things.
Yeah. That one pillar left if Luna needs it. Staring away from it, though. Got that Rush's protection, and very nice reaction on Luna's part, going for that full conversion, 330. Not too shabby.
I think Luna was going in for a bait, but mistimed the Tri-Blast Perfect Shield, and ended up getting stunned because of that, leading Luna into a very clean rush.
Yeah, no, that really worked out well for him. Luna getting a tiny bit of some rush damage here. Of course, double glove rush, not super well known for its damage output. So that's just going to be how it is. Luna very close to building another one, and False King is going to be in some kind of dire straits. If you get pushed in that corner,
nice.
Very nice bait, though. That's exactly what he needed, for sure.
He still can't take too much damage, though. If he gets hit by a full charge Tri-Blast, he is dunsies.
Yeah, he's really wanting to find an opportunity, but never mind.
And an excellent backdash rush, 255. False King is still in this. He has not fallen yet.
Yeah, that was wonderful defense from False King. Really just movement and also knowing when the shield was amazing, but that alone, I think he got hit by some sort of ghost Tri-Blast explosion, it seems.
Yeah. Something we don't get to see, but I'm gonna trust that the players saw and knew what was going on. And that Tri-Blast sneaking by, taking False King out, and Luna's gonna be quickly cleaning things up and moving on 2-0. That was a really, really nice comeback on that final round for False King, but unfortunately just could not keep things up.
Yeah, he was a bit too low on the health, unfortunately, to really make that comeback, unless he played perfectly, but of course that would have been asking for a lot, definitely.
But it is would have been definitely possible, but at least not in this timeline, not in this world. Update on some other sides of the bracket. It looks like Askew was able to take Jor out 2-0, so those two will be looking for their next opponent, but everybody else is pretty locked into battle. So Colt, how are you?
I've been okay. I've been alright. I've been finishing up school, so I've been kind of busy with that. I just got done with my capstone, which for anyone who lives outside of like North America, that's pretty much like your final class for like your program sort of thing. So I took care of that. I'm just waiting for my ceremony in August, middle of August.
Yay!
Yeah, so it's been weird, but yeah, we're finishing things up. Things have been a little bit busy. Probably gonna be pretty busy next month too, but yeah, exciting things coming forward.
Yeah, that's definitely really exciting, and that's good. You thinking about going back into streaming if you get time?
Yeah, probably. I guess it depends on what my schedule will be like. I was hoping to stream like sometime soon with something like I don't know, maybe this week or next week, but I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling and what I've been trying to set up. Are you trying to cancel me right now? What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? I see what you're doing. I'm in the stream.
so that is Cold Star's Twitch. If you want to go over and cancel him by giving him a follow and tuning in next time he streams.
Oh, I see. I
He,
see how that works.
as he is a fellow streamer and a great friend of mine that I care very dearly for, I would like to encourage my viewers and my friends to go and cancel Cold Stare.
All right. Well, thank you for that kind, generous offer to let everyone know that you should cancel me over at twitch.tv/coldstare. You have all the time to do so for sure. Wonderful stuff. I'm having trouble thinking about what to stream right now. I guess I want to keep it a surprise. I guess either way.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know, nothing too fancy, but I don't know.
Surprises and secrets are always good.
Yeah, can't go wrong with them.
Especially when they're not what people actually think when they hear about a leak and then they see a direct mini.
I know. Yeah, that's quite topical indeed. Yeah.
People got so mad over that. I mean, I was disappointed because the WrestleMania game looks really, really ugly and unsettling. And then the other game was like, what was it? It was like it felt like a fad where it was a shooter that's about hacking, and then it's like that kind of like
I don't even remember. I don't even remember if that was in the
like where
direct
the
I saw.
terrorists win or whatever, like that kind of game. Where it's like those three all mixed into one, and it's like, okay, you're just picking things that you're like, the kids like this, the kids like this, the kids like this.
Yeah.
Like it was a shooter hacker game. But then otherwise it was like, at least in the NA Direct there was Cadence, which, that looks really exciting. I'm really excited for that. While I'm probably not going to look at the additional characters, like I'll get them because I'm going to support all that stuff and I might play on my own time. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Skull Kid story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I forgot how much they announced in that. That's a full like season plan they got going on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they just had like a huge dump of stuff for Cadence, and then Shin Megami Tensei they had their heyday. They finally got their moment in the spotlight. Like as small of a direct as it was.
Yeah. I was definitely pretty excited for that. I think if that wasn't sort of part of the reveal, I definitely wouldn't have been a fan of the direct either. But yeah, it came out of left field. The remaster especially was crazy. I wasn't expecting. That was something I just never expected them to really do. It's very much, that game's kind of a cult classic at this point, and the fact they're bringing it now is kind of wild. And like putting voice work behind it and like HD nonsense and all that, it's pretty wild. And seeing like SMT5 looks like really good, like fidelity wise, actually looks really good for a game that's like, I kind of look almost the same as like games usually do when they go from like DS back to consoles, like Fire Emblem and stuff like that, where it looks pretty good considering how that they moved past that. But it genuinely looks, on its own, it looks like pretty impressive for the Switch. So it's definitely exciting stuff next year. Golly.
Yeah, it's not necessarily my cup of tea of a game, but it's like I'm happy for everybody else who's like, they saw them and they're just screaming.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool news for sure. It's been a hot minute. I think the reveal they had for that game was like 3 years ago. I think that was straight up part of the Switch reveal where they announced that. And it was like before this point there wasn't really much else, but it was crazy. It was awesome to finally see some news about it.
Yeah, I know somebody in chat was talking about that.
Mm-hmm. It's,
and I was like, oh, really? Like, it took that long for them, but, I mean, c'est la vie. It's here now.
yeah, you know, I'm happy with it. We got a release date. I'm happy with that.
Did you... I know chances are most people haven't, but I actually went and looked at the Japan Nintendo Direct as well because I was told that there was a little bit more detail, a bit more information that went into that one.
Mm.
And for the most part, it wasn't anything too special. They had 2 different games, or 3. Yeah, there were 3 different games that weren't in the NA or EU Direct. All 3 of which, I think one of them might be slated to go international, but the other 2 were just specifically Japan. One of those specifically for Japan looked really cute to me though, so I know that it's coming out sometime in November, so I might try to find a way to keep an eye out for that. And then if I get my hands on it, I'll just figure my way through it.
Yeah, I heard about that too. With the Japanese Direct, I should probably check it out at some point just to see what was there. I know they showed like more. They actually showed like a couple features for that SMT remaster for stuff. They showed like a new difficulty mode for new players and stuff like that. So which is kind of neat. So I can't remember if that was part of the Direct or if that was just like released at it for their own channel, but I should probably check that out just to see if there's like anything for any other games like that, any extra stuff.
Yeah. I know the Japan one also had like a highlight reel, which we didn't get in NA. They didn't have the WrestleMania, which was fabulous.
Yeah,
because
wrestling
that was
stuff is
so wrestling is cool. That game looked really kind of just weird, and I don't feel like it fit in as well as it probably should have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it felt like it was just there because of either some kind of agreement, or they were like, nobody in NA is going to care about our other games that we are actually working on, or our partners are working on. So, I guess this one, let's just throw this here, and that's how we got that one. But, like, the first game that they showed, and then the highlight reel had a little discussion about the Ninjala update, which is exciting, and then Crystal Chronicles, a reminder that that's coming out in, like, 2.5 weeks, which I'm very excited for.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I should definitely check that out. It's really weird. It's funny how like Nintendo recently seems like North America is all about the wrestling at this point, because you look at the Direct and you also look at like the games that we got for like in addition to Donkey Kong for Nintendo Switch Online compared to what Japan got. It's very funny.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really care much for wrestling, so it's like, wrestling stuff, cool.
Nice.
I just want to go on a caravan with my friends and just like It's unfortunate because from what it sounds like, Crystal Chronicles isn't going to have offline multiplayer, which that's a shame. But on the other hand, they have things built for online multiplayer, which means technically speaking, they have things built for offline multiplayer still. You just require an internet connection to have that offline play.
I gotcha. Yeah, that sounds cool though. Either way, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to check that out. So right now, I think we've got a Skew versus Mario on this set here.
Yes, we
Nice.
We have Mario facing. We have Mario, the comeback kid, versus Skew, duking it out in Mausoleum. So
Alright.
Skew's been known to make a title for himself. He's generally been pretty unstoppable in a lot of brackets and a lot of events. And he's probably looking to do that again. Recently has been actually getting into the habit of... He gets a decent amount of perfects. And he's been uploading a lot of them to Twitter. So, like, there's one of me getting perfected, which is very unfortunate, but...
It'd be like that.
It do be like that. And it looks like he's setting himself up for another one of those.
Yeah.
This is probably going to become a clip if Mario cannot punch him down right now, as he is just dancing around Mario's attacks. Oh, there we go.
Oh, clip ruined. The thumb is now contracted from the switch clip button.
Yeah, Askew probably very, very devastated by this.
Dang. I'm sure we'll get to see at least one tonight still, somehow, some way.
Oh, I'm sure we'll see something. And then Mario, of course, he's a Springman main, has been a Mario main, or a Springman main for pretty much ARMS, just while he's been here.
Nice.
Recently has obtained the Comeback Kid title off of his loser bracket run in the Springman tournament that happened, like, yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
He lost the first round and then made it all the way to the comeback quarterfinals, or was it semifinals? Like, he was really close to actually making like top 4, top 3 and stuff, but
Dang.
just couldn't make it stick.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's still impressive though.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of matches you have to go through, definitely.
Yeah, it was a 20-player bracket too, so.
Oh, yeah, okay. See, that must have been, yeah, definitely at least like, I don't know, like 10 rounds or something like that. I don't know.
He was able to take down both the special guests, Defer and Resolve, and then he was able to best Suru, the best Springman in Japan, so he's done some good stuff. And right now he's doing some good against Askew as he's just looking for that one more hit to even out this round.
Yeah, definitely. Askew definitely being a little more conservative here. He doesn't want to risk too much. He's got that reliable 1-2 from that chakram. Do just enough to get it out of that. Cinch that first game in.
And that's going to be the first point going to Askew. Mausoleum definitely worked out pretty well for Mario, but just could not bring it out fully. We do have some of our other matches starting to ready up too. Adam took Flesh Eater down 2-0, and Slosh took Treebird down 2-1.
Alright.
Should we stream that one? Like, we'll probably do another one from the round 2 bracket. It'll be that, or the winner of Twinned and Spenjo versus Landfrog and Slayer. It'd be one of those two. I think I want to go with the Adam and Slosh, so I'll hold out. I'll get them to hold out, and we'll get that one set up.
All right, sounds good. I can be up for that. Okay, next stage, DNA.
As those two are pretty even on skill level, and I don't think you've seen too much of Adam Brain, so that'll be exciting for you to see how his Twintel or whatever he feels like playing comes out. Yeah.
I've seen him plenty of times in ranked and stuff, and I've seen him quite a few times when I would stream tournaments here, but yeah, I want to see how things have been turning out recently for him for the past few months.
Oh yeah, no, he's been leveling up immeasurably over the last while.
Awesome. That's awesome. I want to see that.
But we're going to be watching Mario leveling up right here, as he is starting off with the health lead on Askew, getting that nice tribal grab confirmed. He's currently holding on to a very comfortable lead against Askew as he is keeping this chase rolling.
Yeah, staying pretty aggressive. Yeah, for sure. Mario recognizing that Askew's working down that strong ground game. Figured he's got to do something against that. Tri-Bolt and Slamander, that definitely does fantastic job of whatever you can do. Mander, way better at dodging any sort of aerial sort of attempts against Tri-Bolt than you would think. But that Tri-Bolt alone is going to do a whole lot in that round.
I'm measurably disappointed. Immeasurably. Askew almost got perfected by Mario except for that one single hit. If Mario could have just brought that out, we could have had a counter perfect on him.
Dang. It's getting saucy here for sure. It's running like the reverse sort of outcome of the first game almost, but Askew's starting to pick his pace back up. He's got Rush. I don't know if he'll use it right now or not. Could go either way with him, I feel.
Definitely not definitely doesn't look like he wants to throw out that rush. He just wants to keep this pace. Whoa, that comeback kid allowing even Mario to get the knockdown, even though he had that disarmed Slamamander. The tri-bolt into tri-bolt was just a true combo even then. You just got some good damage there, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, when in doubt, you just combo tri-bolt and tri-bolt. It's very, you know, it's surprising how reliable it is.
It's ridiculous how true of a combo that is.
You can even, like, combo it in the rush sometimes, depending on how you're feeling, on your mood, you know, elevation, whatnot.
Mario does actually have a couple of nice combo arms. You could, if you wanted an optimized rush out of Mario's setup. Oh, that's just barely gonna work for Mario, but he's gonna have to lose to the boxing match. He does have the, if he goes tri-bolt into charge Slamamander, he can rush off of that to maximize full damage out of his setup. But
Absolutely.
that requires him to not be getting completely destroyed by a skew, which...
Yeah, you need a good opportunity for it. Right now, Askew waking up a little bit, gonna get that last chakram out of that Shump wake up option, and we'll seal the deal.
Indeed, that'll be Askew taking this 2-0. And we'll be bringing us right into our next bout, which is going to be Adam Brain versus Slosher.
Nice. Okay. I'd be interested to see how that match turns out. Definitely. Feel like it'd be an interesting result with those two playstyles meshed together.
Mm-hmm. And of course, whoever of these two is able to take the other down will be advancing to face off against Askew.
Very good stuff. Adam Brain moving on. And he still plays Twin Tail, right?
He generally does, but we have seen him go in with Misango. He was really enjoying that for a while.
Ooh.
And he does have a Master Mummy that he likes to pull out once in a blue moon as a counter pick to befuddle and surprise his foe. Though, against a player who mains Master Mummy, I'm not sure how good of a strategy that would be.
Yeah, might not be the best idea. Usually, Mummy players know what they're doing with Mummy, so might be a bit of a dicey option, but we'll find out. I would like to see a Mummy Ditto, certainly. Always a fan of those.
I forget that Slosh also has a lot of other characters he's experienced in. Usually we actually see more Lollipop from Slosh alongside that Mummy, but it looks like this time he's feeling like the Twin Tails, so we're going to be diving in with a mirror match.
Alright, the Twin Ditto. Looking at it. Adam going full ice, as I'm very familiar with him doing, and Slosh going with his usual set as well. Should be interesting.
Yeah, Slosh going in, Tri-Blast Whammer. It has a lot of solid coverage. That said, if that Whammer is just not able to properly protect Slosh, it can leave him really vulnerable. But so long as he's keeping that guard up, making sure he's using it wisely, it just covers the opponent out so well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Slosh's use of Whammer is going to be a big deciding factor in how these two. Because Adam, Adam's, of course, you can't go wrong with. It's very versatile, but at the same time, Whammer can cover all of those options pretty easily, depending on your timing and whatnot. And right now, it looks like Slosher's got a sort of hang of that option.
Yeah, he's doing a sizable job here. I'm pretty sure Adam was just not equipped to try to face off against the Twin Tail, maybe mentally. But he is going to get a nice punish here. 25% health for Adam. Slosh at 50%. That rush can easily balance things out, or if he gets a good confirm off of it, but he's got to be careful because Slosh doesn't really need that much work to be able to take him out.
Yeah. Adam could decide to, could have decided to rush right then when he got the arms slightly, ooh, never mind. All right, we're good. Arms are starting to fly out and stay in all sorts of conditions right now.
He dropped the shield just too early! And Slosh is going to throw out his rush quickly, determined to make sure Adam cannot turn things around on a blink of a dime.
Oof. Yeah, it's one thing that's really easy to forget for these Twin Dittos. It's very easy for either player to just slip out of rush so easily. She's the only one that can really, like, slow down rush, even with per dash, so it's very it can be very persnickety if you're not expecting it. I expect we'll see a lot more of those rush snipes like we have been so far.
Oh yeah. Adam actually was really set to punish that whammer, but just he dropped the shield just a little too soon and it ended up getting him punished out. Another nice freeze.
Adam doing quite a bit better here in this round. I feel like Slosh dropping whammer was a bit of a kind of a decision on that. Oh, tried to go for the snipe, but the wall blocked him out of it. That was incredibly unfortunate on Adam's side of things.
Regardless, he is holding a huge lead on Slosh, and he's going to be able to balance the score out, holding rush advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's yeah, Slosh definitely gonna want to switch back to whammer here. It's one thing a lot of aggressive twin tails usually have trouble with. It is heavy, the way the opponent uses heavy arms. That's sort of a thing that you see a little bit with some of the top level players. So I think that's pretty.
Oh, but not nice enough. 295 plus the juggle going in for Adam. Yeah, that whammer's like when Slosh is using it well, it's super scary. But that also means that once Adam starts warming up to how to kind of dance around it, it becomes progressively easier with every progressing trade, and he just starts making better calls the later in we get. Oh, but when he's backed up to a corner like that, it is... You cannot make those calls anymore.
No, for sure. Now, it definitely gives him a lot of leverage, absolutely. But Adam, though, the freeze, the mix-up, what we got for our wake-up here, he needs to be very careful about how he rushes, but he doesn't look like he's going to need it. He's going to just go for that 1-2 immediately.
Really nice, perfect shield.
Yeah, very nice, but didn't quite move forward enough to avoid that explosion. Adam's going to take that game 1.
Adam's setting himself up with advantage as we don't see best of 5 until the finals. If Adam takes another one, he'll just be climbing on ahead, and Slosh will have to be working through that comeback bracket. So it is all on Slosh to pick the right stage, come up with the right counter and approach to try to contend Adam Brain here.
Yeah.
I feel like Slosh is going to want to go somewhere like Scrapyard and Tempo are the stages that are banned. I feel like Slosh can easily pick somewhere more aggressive, but he is going to go with DNA Lab instead. That might be we're going to be seeing that Lollipop step into the ring.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see it, Lollipop, for sure. No, gonna go for that coil instead. That's right, Slosh did have a, I remember him picking up a secondary coil at a certain point. That's right.
It's a good secondary to pick up.
Yeah, you know, there's no reason not to, for sure. It's a lot going for it. Adam going with double chillas, tried and true. Definitely one of the better glove arms to use against coil, just for how reliable it can be.
Yeah, especially like you freeze a coil and she just immediately loses all of her traction.
Yeah, big strength of coil is just how fast she builds rush, and Chilla just slows that down real hard.
Right also, when you're a character like Twintel or somebody with armor, it just means like you just eat hits and then you continue rolling these ice chains on them, and you'll just see the coil quickly drop to the floor.
Definitely. We're seeing that a little bit of that right now. Slosh at half health. Adam's still doing pretty well. Just staying back, picking his shots as he needs to. And it's really all he needs, especially it's in a good position for him since he's in the lead. There's no need for him to really engage that much. Because right now these pot shots are working.
Just calling out wherever Slosh is moving. Slosh not leaning enough into a lot of his movement, so he's moving back and forth. Yeah. Chilla can't really keep up if Dr. Coils just stay in one continual motion, but because Slosh is constantly like just having these light dashes back and forth, it's really helping have the Chilla just chase him down, and it's constantly been picking him off, which is going to give Adam a really nice match advantage here. He's looking for one more win to advance.
Definitely. Slosh moving from off of the Fun Chuck into the Roaster. I feel like that might not be the counter pick he may have needed to go with, considering how much Adam's boxing has been doing. But we'll see. He might be really wanting to trap Adam with those Tri-Blast explosions. It is generally pretty good against Twin Tail.
Oh, that's going to be a safe dodge. Adam safely recognizing the mistake, blocking it off. Like, the Roaster I definitely, between the Roaster and Funchuck, I definitely say that swap is probably a lot better, especially since Adam is just focusing on pummeling through that Tri-Blast. Roaster's going to come out a bit faster. It's going to box a little bit more easily. I could see the Tri-Blast maybe being better to be another Roaster, but at the very least right now, it's working out pretty well, and just having Roaster Tri-Blast combo is causing Adam a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that is true. At the moment, that is true. That both arms being fast enough is really what Slosh needs right now to get a little bit of that momentum. Ooh, very good bait there from Adam. Slowing down the arms just enough to step out of the way. Let's look for that comeback. Going up. Throwing arms any random direction he can just to get a good shot in. Good grab. 15 seconds left. He's going to want to find that rush mix up for sure. But he's not going to find it. That explosion is going to knock him out. He will keep rush, though, for this third round.
Yeah, and that's going to be a good potential advantage for him moving forward with things. But as long as Slosh is... I think a lot of this, too, is Slosh is just starting to warm up more on what needs to be done as Coil, how to move appropriately. This is going to be a good rush attempt, but Adam's just safely diving right over and calling him out.
Yeah, excellent stuff. I see what Slosh was doing, definitely wanting to bait some reaction, some kind of movement to catch, but Adam with a rush of his own, it's very easy for him to just punch through that Tri-Blast rush and just get the upper hand on that.
That was such an impressive call out.
It really was. Right now, Slosh really trying to oppress Adam as much as he can to get that, you know, as much of a lead in. Sitting back. Both have rush back again. Adam staying cool, collected, staying back. Gonna get that Tri-Blast right now, but not too bad considering what kind of a state his arms were in. Not too bad of an output for him.
Adam now in critical. Slosh still pretty alive and healthy at 60% health. I don't think Adam can bring this one back.
Probably not. We'll see though. Getting that rush in, he's gonna have to pull some really good reads, really fantastic reads if he wants to take it. But right now, he's gonna block that rush pretty safely. Right now, if he stays back like this, it's definitely not gonna be too much.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah, there it is.
If Slosh just went and took the grab, he would have been fine, but so worried about that additional damage that he put himself in a position where he could potentially get KO'd, and then he did get KO'd.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough one. It's hard to... Sometimes that just option does not fly by you in your head when you're going through these matches and these sets. Especially, it's not very easy to forget like how long grabs usually take too. It's the other thing. So I definitely feel Slosh on that front. Maybe forgetting about that option. Man, you need to shield. You need to shield to protect yourself. Try to draw things out as much as possible to get that lead in. But yeah, very unfortunate for Slosh there.
Alright, and with that, I believe that means that we're going to have Adam moving on to face off against Askew. I think we might just let those... I might want to stream it, but we could easily just let those two duke it out off stream and keep things rolling smoothly.
Yeah, we can let Adam take a breather from stream right now. We're talking about streaming Twin versus who else? Who else was it? Unless if they were in the same round. In which case, maybe not.
Wait, what's going on?
Well, I just remember you were talking about, like, before, you're talking about streaming Twin 5-0 versus someone else. I can't remember. Landfrog, that's right. Okay. So, yeah, that was in the same round.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's set as a start or not.
They have not, but I'm just looking into something quickly right now.
I gotcha.
We might do a redo of a round or something.
Mm.
But if everything's fine, then we'll get Landfrog and Twin to start. Just waiting on Slosh's response to see what his call and feelings on things are.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, we're gonna go in with Twin and Landfrog.
Alright, sounds good. Twin and Frog. It's been a hot minute since I've seen Twin fight. I'm pretty excited to see how he does here. Twin versus Landfrog. I trust Landfrog's using the same usual kind of stuff, so that should be exciting to see also.
I've actually seen a decent amount of changes coming in from Twin lately, so we'll have to see what's really going to be coming in to the field.
Okay.
Or if he'll be going in with his tried and true.
Right. No, that usually does work well. All things considered.
It does.
Yeah. Usually, you don't pick up on it on stream, but when you fight it in a match, you do feel it. It's like, oh yeah, that works. That's a set that works.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like, well, just punch through it. They're two easy arms to punch through. Why don't you punch through it? And then you try to punch through it and you're like, oh, he just kind of soared over my punch and now I'm frozen. I'll just punch through it again. Oh, I just got hit by the ice dragon again. Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I got grabbed while I was just being sad. Oh, the Biffler followed into a rush. Oh, I'm just dead now. Okay.
Yeah, just get close, lol, and punch, and yeah.
No, oh, look, she super dashed away. I guess I'll just try to get close again. Oh, now I'm frozen. Oh, now she's just halfway across the screen. Oh, the Twin won again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone deep in the ARMS community knows, but there's so many options and just everything that he has access to with this set that you may not realize at first glance. And as well as the reward that you get for certain actions too. Sometimes you can get like well over half of your health gone just with a good full setup.
Like Twin really has a lot of good and powerful options off of this. And Biffler and Ice Dragon are, especially the Biffler, is surprisingly safe for him to utilize. And we're already seeing a lot of that right now as Landfrog. You would look at this and you'd go, oh, double chill, it should win. Nah, Landfrog is getting danced on right now as Twin is just singing and soaring across the sky and constantly just zapping him down with that Ice Dragon and Biffler.
Yeah. The other thing about this set too is you can have really the best boxing set in the world. That dragon is still going to be a problem because they can poke just anywhere, really. Just from all over the place. Landfrog right now has got a Guardian, which could definitely help him, you know, defense-wise against a lot of the laser action, but it is that dragon just comes out of all angles in whatever shape or form, and it can be almost impossible at times to try to deflect it. So either way, you're just dealing with a zoning nightmare pretty much in match.
Speaking of zoning nightmare, though, this Guardian Phoenix is currently doing some good work on Twin, sniping and sneaking around a lot of his plays and just allowing Landfrog to kind of go even with Twin at this distance. Neither of them really want to approach. There is pressure. There's closing in that distance, as you can see Landfrog backed up against the wall and Twin a little bit more in neutral field. But, like, it's still an extremely long range and neither player really getting that close to each other. A big thing that
Yeah.
you also a lot of people don't realize, Guardian and Ice Dragon both alike, they actually make your grab significantly faster than a lot of the other arms in this game to accommodate for the fact that they are designed to be long-range tools. So
Oh, sure.
those grabs are going to be coming out really fast for Landfrog and Twin.
Yeah, it's a powerful, really powerful mix-up for those users. Absolutely. Right now, Landfrog got a steady lead. Twin really looking forward to trying to get something going, but yeah, that Landfrog going with that chump wake up option is going to be usually a good option on wake up if you can't think of anything to really go with. Usually pretty reliable in getting some good hits in to keep the lead.
And it's
yeah.
gonna land him a point.
Yes, absolutely. Right now, Landfrog doing well with the Phoenix, really doing well to just punish any sort of like side hops, super hop, whatever sort of special movement. Ooh.
Oh, that's gonna be a bit faster than the Guardian. And that is.
Yep. I understand the impulse from Landfrog, but yeah, Biffler Rush, that is frame 1 practically on that startup with Rush. You cannot beat that speed wise.
If that Guardian was like 1 or 2 frames faster, he would have won outright, but just it took too long for it to even start getting deployed, so Twin just rolling away with it. And because of that, especially like the big thing in these defensive matches, it is whoever gets the advantage first pretty much just takes control of the field. And last time we saw Landfrog really managed to make that control go for him. But this time Twin just, off of that one rush exchange, Landfrog leaning a little too far in and not able to plan things out appropriately meant that Twin was just able to be like, oh, I win here. And once you saw that one rush exchange, like, Landfrog did his best to try to turn things around, but it was over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another, yet another thing about Twin Set is you get such a huge, like, turnabout decision like that puts him in such a huge lead. It's really not easy to try to, like, force any sort of evening out with the health, because it really does force players back a lot. It forces a lot of control. And Twin, yeah, definitely round 3 was a good example of that. Landfrog really wanted to get that lead back, did get even, but that really gave Twin more of a more opportunities to punish for that Biffler and just go to town.
Landfrog gonna give this another shot. We're gonna be heading back to DNA Lab. He wants a little bit of vengeance off of that really unfortunate exchange. Gonna try the double Chilla again. I feel like he just needs to really lean into that Guardian Phoenix and just do his best to get that initial advantage. Because if he gets the initial advantage with that, then it's a very possible loadout that will work for him. But it's like, going in with the double Chilla, I can see the world, but it just doesn't look like it pans out nearly as well. Maybe gives him a little bit more ground if he's at deficit to be able to take Twinned on. But I really think he needs to just have an loadout, an arm, a couple of arms that allow him to be able to contend with Twin, because these two things just are a little too tiny for him to properly do that.
Yeah. Usually, from what I've seen, Twin usually does really well against Double Glove, just because it doesn't keep track of her vertical movement very well. So she can just be able to sort of hop and fly around and stuff. It's not, no matter how well you aim, the tracking is just not going to be that good to catch up on those sort of options.
Nice.
So that is something that Twin has in that sort of advantage.
It's also a little difficult on the fact that it has good horizontal tracking, but then Lollipop's super dashes are just so wide that if you're not literally calling out the way she's super dashing, you're gonna have a hard time connecting any of your shots.
Very true. Yeah. Absolutely. Landfrog switching over to Chilla and Phoenix. Nice little middle ground for him in with these two sets here, which I feel like probably is the best bet for him. It definitely seemed like Twin was getting used to his Guardian set. Right now we saw that he even got a perfect in that last round. He really got a good idea of how to handle it. So Landfrog switching over this, be able to have a nice middle ground of being able to just throw Chill Out as like a safe poke, Phoenix to punish. I think that's definitely not too bad of a counter pick. That being said, though, Twin really taken some opportunities to deal a lot of damage super quickly.
Yeah, Landfrog's struggling to keep up even with this loadout, and even then, it's like Twin was figuring out that Guardian, but everything else he already had figured out as we're seeing him step into this field, and just, again, another very clean win for Twin. That was a really good round for Landfrog that he did get, but that was just it. That was all he got.
Yeah, that one rush interaction was kind of where it went a little downhill, pretty much. And I think with understandably, just because that's such a big sort of thing to happen to sort of change the whole scope of the round. But yeah, Twin will take it up here. I believe he moves up to semis, finals.
Yeah, he'll be moving over to face off in the semifinals. We'll be dancing with probably someone he's not going to be too excited in seeing, as this was the grand finals of Steel Trap, where Twin 5-0 faced off against Bunny Champ. A Twinkie winner finals match, but Bunny Champ came back through the comeback pools and ended up causing a bracket reset and taking the whole tournament.
I did hear about that on Twitter. Yeah, that was pretty wild when I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what that must have looked like. That must have been quite the comeback, for sure.
That said, this is just a best of 3. Twin just wants to get in, get Bunny down, and get out as quickly as possible. If he can, because a lot of it was just Bunny Champ slowly warming up more and more to the matchup as time progressed further and further.
Yeah, and just hope that Bunny Champ doesn't make it to the losers and grand finals. Yeah, absolutely. I can see that how the comeback would have worked though. Bunny Champ pretty fond of a lot of like super armor characters, and he's very, very boxing oriented. So I could see that being a bit of a hard time for Twin to try to pick his spots to punch and stuff. But we'll have to see how it goes. I'm sure it's not going to go exactly the same when they faced off here. It's been a little while.
There's a lot of ways that this can go, and I'm curious to see which of those ways it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
And looking on the other side for Askew versus Adam, it looks like Askew is advantage 1.
All right, and this is still a best of 3 for their set, correct?
That is correct. So these two, Adam and Askew, best of 3. Twin and Bunny Champ is also best of 3. Whoever wins this will be moving over to a best of 5 bout.
Gotcha. All right.
And an update on the lower side of bracket. Looks like things are swimming along smoothly. Jellypop taking Jor down 2-1 and will be facing off against Lunagabs. Treebird taking Flesh Eater down 2-1 and will be advancing to face off against Landfrog. Spenjo taking Slayer down 2-1 and is currently locked into battle with Slosh. And then False King taking Fane down 2-1 and is currently locked in a battle with Mario.
Alright, yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Lots of familiar faces I kind of expected would do really well in this bracket so far.
Yeah. Fun fact, all of round 1 was a 50-50 split between 2 O's and 2 1s. Round 2 on the winner sides were all clean 2 O's. And then all of the comeback bracket round 1, those are all clean 2 1s. So it's like, we got that clean 50-50 split, and then the split just led into each other just perfectly.
Yeah, they're very, very defined levels of tiers that we have here with the players. Very, very cool stuff.
Very cool splits, yes. That is very satisfying to me. I appreciate all of the contender. I'm sure it was not intentional, but I appreciate it from the contenders nonetheless. For the only way it could be better if it was like a genuine, like proper split, because it's kind of like an imprecise pattern here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, and a lot of these guys have fought each other previously in brackets before. And I'm sure they've got lots of experience with those specific player matchups. So that kind of makes sense when you think of it that way. When it gets so close at that point, it's pretty nifty. All right, moving on. Bunny Champ going to stick with his Mechanica. This is usually I always saw as kind of like the character he stuck with the most from a lot of his otherwise known as a kind of a random main as a player, and it does work yeah, Mechanical Whammer is sort of his specialty, and it works quite well.
Yeah, one of the many Whammer utilizers. It's surprisingly common. Like you hear the arm and you're like, oh, it's not that popular, but at the same time it's like, oh, there's actually a decent amount of people that run with this arm. Bunny Champ, me, Slosh.
Yeah, pretty much a lot of heavy mains and also Twintel.
Yeah.
Use it a lot. It's quite surprising. Twin doing his best to sort of stay back, but that Tri-Blast, Bunny Champ just trying to go for like a truck, but that rush is going to be pretty unexpected for him. Dealing that 355.
Yeah, that was a heavy play, and it worked out so well for Twin.
Ooh, Spicy Crab, 150. Now, an interesting little fun fact about Hydra is that it just does so much better against heavies in the way that uncharged Hydra, a lot of time you can get all 3 bullets in at once, and you get 140 damage, which is just a little bit higher. Might have been 120. Well, no, because all 3 bullets, you get the first one does 80, the second one does 40, and then you get that third bullet that's scaled to 20.
Oh, that's against unarmored opponents. An armored opponent would take 40 on each hit, so it would just be 120.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the armor taken into consideration of that, but yeah. Regardless, though, that's not damage you want to scoff at either.
No.
As close situations like that, you could just throw out a couple of those uncharged Hydras if you want to, which is not a big commitment, and you can seal around pretty easily that way.
Especially when your opponent's starting to get low on health, and they don't have the rush to kind of counterplay it. Oh, a nice deflect with that rush!
Yeah, that was a very clean setup from Twin, planning that out. Out of nowhere. You can see the cogs in his mind kind of whirl right before that moment.
Yeah, definitely saw that moment. He's like, oh, no, I need this.
Yeah.
Twin asking if this is best of 5. I can't say because he didn't show it, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say that he is relieved to hear that after winning that first point, he's like, is this best of 5? And I'm like, no. He's like, okay, good.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. He's got the stage strike advantage for third game. He's good. He's got it. Locked and loaded.
And Bunny Champ would have to announce any changes going in forward too, so it's like,
yep, that's true.
This is nice for him. He can kind of plan around what Bunny might be planning out and just kind of counterplay it. But it looks like we are going to be sticking with the same for both players.
Yep, same stuff, same stage. Just gonna all be down to how these two are gonna play.
Oh, trying to go for that grab, but just curves it a little too much. Starting off, we are pretty even on things. Bunny Champ getting the lead on these initial trades, but it's slight damage and it doesn't get too far until we see that rush exchange happen.
Yeah, no, definitely. Bunny Champ playing in pretty much the same way, going as close in as possible and just trying to absolutely oppress with Tri-Blast. hoping that, you know, they'll catch Twin out of any ability options. Gonna land that rush in for 385. Not as much rush as you can get for that set, but that is gonna be, it's still pretty meaty, all things considered. All rushes
That was
considered.
so risky to choose to go for that rush because even with all that damage, Bunny Champ had a moderate health lead. It's going to take Twin down, and it definitely looks like he's starting to warm up more. A lot of it, too, is just the fact that that opening exchange really sets the tone for things. Bunny Champ getting the lead and starting to go in for the oppression quickly put Twin on the back heel, and we're seeing a lot of that here as well, where it's all about how Twin is starting off these exchanges, how he is responding to Bunny to push him back at the start. And if once he gets Bunny pushed back, it's pretty much just Bunny pushed back and not able to approach. But if Bunny gets his way in, it is terrifying for Twins.
Really good grab from Twin just to throw out of nowhere. Get some space in at least. No pillars in the way right now, except for maybe one that's in the very back. Not gonna help Bunny Champ too much though. Gonna hit by that rush. Still trying to close it in as much as possible. Twin's getting a little more accustomed to how to dodge that tri-blast while being a little more conservative with his actions.
Oh, but Bunny is just going in for the grabs here. Twin trying to sneak his way out of this rush. He's finally going to be able to shield. That is a very weakened shield though, and the grab trade is not going to work out for him. Bunny quickly grabbing field again brings the score to 1-1.
Yeah, you saw the grab wrap around, but it was just not enough time to really pull it in before that tri-blast exploded. So Bunny Champ gonna take that lead in, even things up a bit. And meanwhile, Twin will have to be a little cautious about how he wants to move forward.
We got Buster and Mausoleum taken out. DNA Lab is available. I wonder if Twin might actually want to go there, because that is a lot of space and room for him to be able to dance around.
That's true. It's been a popular stage in this bracket. I think every set we've seen DNA Lab. So, I mean, with the way brackets usually go like this, we're probably we might see it. We might truly see it.
I like how there's always there's usually a stage of the week where it's like, for some reason or another, there just so happens to be a stage that's, even if it might not always be, but sometimes it just so happens to become the popular pick where everybody just seems to be going there. That is not going to be the case here, though, as we're going to be going to Scrapyard for this final one. Interesting.
Okay, so Twin likely to try to pull a lot more of those elevation shenanigans. Those picking temple grounds for Twin was also sort of indicative of that too. I think he's the high ground definitely a bit on his mind. Already moving towards it, but Bunny Champ really not wanting that to happen.
One thing that can be a little bit dangerous for Twin here still is just the fact that that Whammer is such a good anti-air that getting that high ground can be both a advantage and a disadvantage depending on how Bunny is calling things out, like we just saw right there with the Whammer literally suffocating the screen and preventing Twin from even getting to make any kind of play.
Yeah. Right now we see a little bit of a disconnect. Might have been on Bunny Champ's side since he's the one that left. Or maybe I left. I think I left.
Did
you? That's on me.
No.
I might have disconnected.
Well, the fight is still going on. Twin trying to bait a rush out of Bunny Champ. Just looking for an opportunity to secure the KO. No, he doesn't see it. But Bunny gonna be able to respond off of that Hydra bouncing off the shield. A nice little window, and Twin just unable to reply in time. Bunny Champ now on match point.
Uh-oh.
Just playing nice and patiently, and Twin just struggling to keep up with this tempo, especially after getting grabbed so many times. It is just, doesn't matter how skilled of a player you are, doesn't matter how cool-headed you are, when you're getting called out by 3 to 4 grabs in a match, sometimes it just causes you to lose all tempo and all pace.
Hmm. And usually, as a top player, Twin does sometimes have a lot of difficulty bouncing back against moments like that. I've noticed a lot of major tournaments for sure. If someone has a really impressive strategy that kind of works mid-set, it's usually very hard for him to bounce back with the usual, at least with the usual set that he uses.
Mm-hmm. He's getting a lot of nice freezes, though. Out comes this rush. Gonna try to dodge, but ends up getting caught. 260 damage. Bunny Champ is just looking for 2 good trades to take him out. Bunny at 50% of his health. There's one of the trades. Twin cannot get hit any more times, or else he will fall. And there it is, that Tri-Blast coming in charged. Twin just a little too cautious, too hesitant, and could not find a way in safely. And that Tri-Blast catching his landing will result in Bunny Champ advancing.
Strong stuff, Bunny Champ. Moving on into winners finals. Still keeping up the good record against Twin right now. Definitely not something that people can usually say.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to see if later down the road Twin is able to come up with a new strategy and way of planning to be able to kind of warm up and counter that matchup again, but as it currently stands, it looks like Bunny Champ kind of has it figured out.
Yeah, absolutely. Something going on with that that Tri-Blast is, and the way he uses it specifically, something about it definitely given Twin some trouble. And we'll see if Twin will get a chance to sort of adapt on that if they ever meet in bracket again tonight.
Especially in conjunction with that Whammer, it just gave him some really good defensive options.
What's going on here? DNS errors. That's no good. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do a hard reset on my Switch. For some reason, it is not connecting to the internet very well.
It has betrayed you.
Yeah, as switches are known to do.
They do that sometimes. They'll just have a light fit and just be like, no, I don't feel like working anymore.
It's not. Yep. Nope. I'm not here. I guess maybe that's why they called it a Switch.
Haha.
Yeah. There you go. Figured it out. But yeah, hopefully this will do it.
Bunny vs. Twin match has the wrong score. Oh, it does. Let me fix that. There we go.
Yes. Alright, test connection. Let's see. Hopefully it'll all be good.
And just looking at how the brackets are standing, last time we checked on the lower side, Luna was able to take Jelly Pop. Oh, there's more splits! There's more clean splits. Top side is both 2-1 with Askew taking Adam out. On the lower side, Luna taking Jelly Pop down 2-1. Treebird taking Landfrog out 2-0.
Good stuff.
Actually, I might want to do that one because we haven't had Tree on stream yet.
Ooh. Alright, yeah, let's get him over. I do remember a tiny bit of Treebird. I think it was a bracket that I entered in. I remember him being pretty good as a spring main.
Yeah, he's definitely a solid Springman main. Also has a brass going alongside, so...
Oh, yeah. Always never usually a bad secondary for a Springman main to have.
Yeah.
Alright.
let's get Treebird and Luna in here. After that, I think we'll just roll through the winter finals match. Then we'll have the comeback semifinals, comeback finals, and then we'll roll through with the grand finals. I like
Nice.
This. I like this this flow.
I think we got the plan. Alright. Leave that bunny champ there.
Wait, Luna doesn't have my friend code? Luna, I thought we became friends. Unless... Yeah, no, I know for a fact that last time I ran an event, Luna, we did this. Ah. It is confirmed Luna does not like me. The rumor come out. We'll wait for the friend request and then I'll hop over, get that set up. And then we'll see the stage striking roll.
Alright.
Even piggybacking off of other people. All good. It's convenient, it's easy.
It is that way sometimes. Sometimes you need to... Sometimes it's what you gotta do. Alright, so...
I'm surprised I haven't capped out in friends yet.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what the cap is. Like, 9... Like...
It was 300 last time I checked. I'm not sure if they expanded that or not.
Hmm.
Also, you have host control now.
Yep. Got it here. I'll have to look out in Discord for,
I can just tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that works too. Alright. I'll just put it on Snake Park for now. Just, you know.
You know, as the call out, like, if they hop in too eager, then they're playing on Snake Park.
Yeah. That's
It's their fault.
Yeah, just so we're prepared. You know, in case people want to go there, and if people are too hasty, then that's, you know, that's their punishment.
That it's clear that they really wanted to go to Snake Park, and...
Yep. Yeah, I can't argue with it.
Looks like we're going to Temple, though.
Temple Grounds. Alright, well, not quite Snake Park, but that's it.
Close enough, eh?
Yeah, well, you know, we'll take it, I guess. Good substitute. It's kind of the same stage when you think about it.
Yeah, they both have round edges.
Yep.
They have obstructions and elevation changes.
Yeah. How many stages can you say about that? 0.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely, yes.
Yeah. Can't think of any. Alright, but anyhow, Bunny Champ gonna switch over to Max Brass. Kind of an interesting little switch there. Wonder what may have constituted that.
I feel like
Luna.
he has I know he has that Springman, but he's also been working on his brass a lot and is looking to be one of the up-and-coming brass players. One of the brass stars. Especially when you're going in with that fancy gold style, it looks fantastic. And so far, it's working out pretty well as he's pressuring Luna down and making some good shots and starting off with that lead.
Oh, this is Treebird. That's right. I was thinking this was Bunny Champ still for some reason.
Oh, that's because him, Treebird, and I think a couple others, for funny's sake, have chosen practically identical names.
I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, it does cause a decent amount of confusion, though.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad. I was about to say, I don't feel too bad about mixing that up then, if they're exactly the same. So, cool. I'll keep my pride on that one. Luna getting a spicy little poke in from down under the Chilla.
Indeed. And with that, setting up with that first point lead, that first advantage, has Rush as well, just sitting ready and available. So this can be a scary place, but a nice block from Luna, going to be able to break through that nade explosion. So many players would have been taken down by that, but not Luna, safely calling it out.
Yeah, Treebird very easily could have just blocked there, but I think he definitely wasn't prepared for that shield sort of parry from Luna as he was dashing to the left there. Right now, almost getting rushed. He's trying to get some sort of comeback going, planting nades here and there, sort of restricting movement. Not quite going to find it, though. A little premature rush. A bit too far away for that Chakram to reach, but...
Oh, nice
Get
grab.
that grab in and clearing it out. So now he's in big boy mode.
And now he is in dead boy mode.
Dang. Just like that. All that 160 must have counted. Gosh, that was a... I don't think 150 grab would have clutched it out like that, but here we are.
Yeah, he definitely needed that extra little bit of buff. Compliments to Twin Tail getting nice additional damage and just being able to secure that KO because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Game 1, interesting.
Setting up good tempo. We've got a couple of quick bans. A couple of nice stages are still available for Treebird. We'll see if he wants to go to any of those. And it looks like Via is going to be the stage.
Via Dolce, okay. Change of pace.
Change of power.
Not a very popular stage, but when it gets played on, it definitely there's a snowball effect every turn.
Oh god, yeah, this is such a snowball stage. Whoever gets that good advantage first usually will just win this out. There can still be a lot of counterplay, there can be a lot of back and forth. And especially if you're brass and you have that enrage, you have that comeback mode, you can just you can lose 75% of your health and then you have this armor to immediately allow you to get that one free trade. And then all of a sudden you take out your opponent's health.
Oh god, both players have Chakram too. It's a matter of time. We're gonna see it happen. Right now, Luna very interestingly gonna go double toaster. I'm sure he might be wanting to stay a little more further away for to get that sort of narrow line of sight from the aim a bit easier. Seems to be working well for him so far.
This side will just do a really good job at boxing too. He might whiff out every once in a while to that deflect, but just having the arms quickly retract, be guaranteed knockdowns against brass is just, it's always a nice bit of icing on the cake. And we're seeing a lot of that icing. Tries to go for the confirm on that fall, but he's not going to be able to make the landing stick. Does only need one more charged hit on Treebird.
Yeah, he is in that big boy mode once again. Gonna get all of what he needs. And make sure Twin doesn't get that charge in, but that's easier said than done most of the time.
Especially with that grab, just launching Luna all the way across the field, gave him as much time as possible to get a single charge in. And since all Luna needed was that one charge, he's gonna be able to get the KO there.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get that rush in, 300. Not gonna finish with that nade, unfortunately. They could deal that extra, 60, 70, whatever that might be. And he'll be back in the corner here. Luna gonna keep sniping in between those shoulders. Definitely one weakness Max has is that it's quite easier to do that, to snipe in between those arms than with most other characters.
Indeed. This rush is gonna come in, it's gonna hurt, it won't take him out, but Luna again only needs a single charged hit.
Yeah. Treebird gonna need to be very, very careful with how he decides to do things. One uncharged hit like that at that low health is gonna do the job here. Luna moving forward 2-0.
We'll be advancing to have a match with Adam Brain. This is the match that we first streamed, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. No, it definitely wasn't. We saw Luna and...
It was Luna and False Game. Yep.
So that one's going to definitely be pretty interesting. That said, we will not be witnessing it. We're going to head over to the winner final side, and we're going to see that Bunny Champ versus Askew duel.
Alright. Interesting. Pretty a common duel that you usually see online. And you can see Bunny Champ doing pretty well against Askew, all things considered, getting a couple games in there. A couple rounds in there, rather. Getting some games in. Askew usually keeping a pretty positive record though. But we'll see how it turns around this time.
I'm suspecting Askew's gonna want to keep that positive record rolling.
Yeah, definitely. Looking out for those perfects, of course, as well. Sometimes you need them. I've been there.
Sometimes you need them. Sometimes you want to post them on Twitter to show off a little bit. Get a light flex.
Yeah, might as well. I've been there. I've done that. That's what you gotta do.
Indeed.
And this is winners finals, so it will be best of 5. Should be.
Indeed. We'll only do one more best of 3 after this. That will be the comeback round.
Gotcha.
The comeback semifinals, at least.
Very good stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be going best of 5 for the rest of this.
Good stuff. Okay, so I see Treebird was 84. Bunny Champ, it's 94. There we go. I got it. I know who they are now. Figured it out. Da Vinci Code has been unlocked.
Wait, what are we discovering?
Well, Bunny Champ has a very, very slightly different name.
Oh yeah.
I just saw it, the number difference. So I will no longer be confused.
You fiddled the riddle.
There we go. Yep.
Kool-Aid, thank you for the follow, love. I appreciate the redemption on that Kirby Squish. Unfortunately, there's no webcam right now because we are in a tournament. But just for you, you might not hear this too well, but I'll squish Kirby. Hopefully you hear this. There you go. And he reinflated himself.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much, friend. Let's get... Just waiting on Askew to make the final pick. We do have a few stages taken out, which means that we've got DNA Lab and Sparring Ring left. I would be suspecting Askew wants to go to Sparring Ring. Though I can also see the argument for wanting to go to DNA Lab. Both, in the right context, in the right world, both are really good picks for Askew.
I would also expect Bunny to want to go to Sparring as well, but he is not the one that would be choosing this one, so we'll have to see. But yeah, Askew going to DNA.
This, if Askew is able to get the advantage right from the get-go, this can be really good for Mechanica, but otherwise Sparring Ring can, well, if Askew gets the lead in Sparring Ring, it works out really well for him, but if Bunny Champ gets the lead there, he can really easily oppress Askew and prevent him from getting that Dragon Arm back and charged up. So DNA Line might make sense because he's guaranteed to get the Dragon Arm from the start, and then he has a lot of space to kind of roll around from there.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Yeah, DNA, pretty good pick here for this first stage. Askew, most likely picking something out for his character or his arms or whatnot. Maybe switching things up. Maybe he's taking care of something outside the game.
Indeed.
We'll find out either way.
And we are set. Both players stepping into the ring. Askew going in Roaster, Slapamander, Chakram, Roaster, Tri-Blast, and Whammer going in for Bunny Champ.
Interesting. Okay. Very cool to see. Min, not too much of a surprise that we're seeing double Roaster here. Usually, I'm sure you know better than most. Very tried and true.
Very tried and true for Askew. Dragon Arm Roaster, extremely terrifying, and then just that little uncharged one can still be a small scary bullet, and also allows him to kind of box out his opponents Bunny Champ, makes sense to go in with the Whammer, go in with that Roaster. As long as you're pressuring effectively, the Whammer is just a good cover-all. But if you whiff with that, then you whiff hard, and it can allow your opponent to get some nice punishes and setups of their own.
Yeah, no, for sure. Askew doing a good job of making sure that Bunny Champ stays behind one of the pillars, limiting a lot of his hovering abilities, sort of, you know, hovering left to right, not giving him too much of an opportunity to push forward and risk eating another Roaster. Another grab. Lots of grabs here.
Out comes the rush. It's gonna be a connection, and Askew gonna get taken down. Bunny Champ starting with that round point.
Very unexpected rush there. I know Askew might not have expected that either. Yeah, he'll take the lead in that. Askew's starting off with rush though.
And
Sure,
yeah, he's going in straight in, recognizing with this rush advantage, he can just start pressuring and chasing. And Bunny Champ gonna struggle to keep up. A safe block, he does survive a little bit more, but it's still a decent amount of damage that Askew has just chipped on. And that's definitely one of the biggest things that Bunny Champ has to be careful of, is if Askew calls out that Whammer, that's a free charge knock. That's pretty much a guaranteed knockdown, a free guaranteed punish. So he has to constantly be surprising Askew with these Whammers. Otherwise, it's just like punish after punish after punish.
Yeah, that's definitely, once again, is going to be a big deciding factor for this set, I agree. It's not going to be too long before Askew just gets another one of his own that he could probably decide to carry to the next round if he needed to.
Both players calling each other out. And we've got ourselves the good old Smash 4 meta. Just walking up, staring at each other, and just holding shield. He sees the rush confirm, but Bunny Champ takes ages to bring it out. And Askew gonna be able to safely shield as a result.
Yeah, I didn't quite see that. I imagine the arms got broken or something before he was able to cast that rush, and he wasn't able to get that in time. Askew gonna be able to even things up here.
I think, yeah, because of that, I think Bunny Champ just had a really delayed response to recognizing, oh, the Whammer connected, I should rush. And then because of that, Askew just got to walk away with things.
Yep. And now, Askew rocking the Mander now, which I think is definitely going to be really, really troublesome for Bunny Champ. It's going to be so much harder to really try to use Whammer to deflect that. It's not going to be as good of a reliable as a rush confirm usually, but I mean, just for controlling where Bunny Champ is going to be, it's going to be a really strong pressure.
Indeed, especially when he's just going to dodge everything and punishes Bunny Champ out with a clean Roaster.
Fantastic.
One thing that Bunny Champ also has to be careful of is just Roaster grabs are pretty fast on their own, but you put on a Slap-a-Mander on the side, and that rush just amplifies its speed.
Oh yeah, it's instant, pretty much. It is so fast, and a lot of time you really, it's hard to expect it with how fast it can be. And yeah, Askew taking that first game pretty well, adapting really well against what Bunny Champ was dishing out. You just needed that. First round was super close. You needed that counter pick, and yeah, it was pretty good stuff from him.
And it looks like we'll be going to Via next.
Via Dolce. Oh right, yes, I will send that out. There we go.
Which means we can potentially see just like solid chases going on. Like we were talking about with Brass here before, the same can very much be the case with Min Min and Mechanica.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Something tells me Askew might not be wanting to go with the same sort of strategy that, say, what was it, Luna was using earlier. Probably going to be a little more aggressive knowing how he usually plays, but yeah, definitely I could see this being a very similar sort of match from what we've seen last time.
I like the Tri-Blast, but I don't think it's good here right now, because as we just saw with those first two trades, this is just that roaster is just too big, and it's just pummeling through Bunny Champ time and time again.
Yeah, it's too big, and that Slapamander rather also, just if you shoot it out early enough, it does so well blocking a lot of Tri-Blast and what it can do, and especially with how grounded both of them are, it's not going to give him a whole lot of opportunities for have any one of those bullets sneak in.
This corner pressure is going in spicy though, as Bunny Champ knocking Askew into critical. Nice call out on Askew's part though, is going to be able to hot slap him out.
Not a horrible trade on Askew. He's able to get that first hit in and be able to get that knockdown, so he can be able to regain his footing and sort of get something going with his boxing and get that last hit in.
And that last hit was all he needed. Bunny Champ recognizing, like, when he had advantage, the Tri-Blast was definitely working out really well. But if he had anything else, the Tri-Blast was just struggling to keep tempo. So we're going to see that roaster step back into the field. But now he's in that corner pocket, and he's going to have to fight his way out as Askew just constantly blasting him down.
Yeah, Askew switching to double roaster. He's going to realize with Rush, it's like, yeah, I can just kind of go in and just try to do as much damage as I can. Really, worst comes to worst, I'll just use the Rush to make things even. Just like here, gonna close things out, 270, and that will be game 2 for Askew, needing one more to potentially seal that grand final spot.
I'm sure Askew walking away a little disappointed there. Bunny Champ did get one trade in his favor with that whammer into roaster, taking away yet another perfect clip from him.
Yeah, someday it'll happen. He's gonna look for it, or else die trying.
Oh yeah, we are going to be going to sparring ring for the next one.
Sparring ring, here we go.
And so we do get to see that final stage that Bunny Champ was trying to set up in hopes of going there, but now he finally has the opportunity. Just seeing how Vi really didn't work out, because while it is extremely aggressive, it does guarantee that Askew starts off with that Dragon Arm, and he was able just to roll out with that.
Springman, counter pick, okay. I don't think I've ever seen Bunny Champ use Springman before. It should be interesting. Or maybe I have. It might have just been from like one match or something, but we'll see. This potentially might not be too bad of an idea, but
we'll have to see how it rolls, though. The deflect is definitely going to help him out a little bit, but this also means that Askew can just get guaranteed knockdowns by just throwing out uncharged punches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true. It's going to be a lot harder for him, though, fighting against, like, Askew's Ram. Now, Springman as a character, not a whole lot of great wake-up options that you have available to you. And with that charged up Ram, super huge Ram in the corner like this, it's going to be hard to really get yourself out of those moments.
Yeah, especially in regards to boxing too. Min Min is just so much better on pace and tempo, and just able to dance around these attacks so much more efficiently. Like, Bunny Champ is struggling to keep up. This is actually, I'd actually say this is a really rough pick for Bunny Champ and a really bad call, because this is actually probably one of the few places where Mechanica would have been a really good pick against Askew, as you can really capitalize on that armor and start off with a hard chase against your foe. Like, knowing that my match is against Askew, when I've taken him here, I've actually been able to utilize stuff like Popper and Slapamander combo, where, like, Bub Slap, and I've taken a set off of him because of that, but...
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. If he went Springman on any other stage, it probably would have been pretty decent. If he went Mechanica on this stage, probably would have been pretty decent too, but I think having both the character and a stage, it's really, really, really hard for him to really get anything started right now, and that, just like that, is going to be the end of this game. Lots of oppression that he just was not able to really deal with the abilities that Springman has and his girth and whatnot, so...
Bunny Champ definitely taking that one, like, he saw that Springman, he was like, oh, so I win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of those cases where you look at it, I know I have those every once in a while where you're just like, you go into a certain stage and you see a thing and you're like, oh, you've changed to that. Oh, I just win now.
This feels easier to do. Yeah.
Thanks for changing. This makes my life so much more straightforward. Like, I understand what Bunny Champ was probably wanting to go for there, but sometimes you learn a lesson the hard way, and it's just not gonna roll the way you were hoping.
It's easy to imagine what you can do against like a certain counter pick that you have in mind. It's not as easy to remember the things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely
Like, it's fun and easy to be like, oh, and if I went this loadout, then I would get all of these sick ice chains. But then there's also the, oh, I accidentally double punched for the 8th time in a row because that's all I know to do with this loadout. Oh, I've lost. Oh, they perfect me both times. Oh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, like, oh yeah, Askew really knows how to use RAM, and being in this stage, probably, pretty dangerous. Yeah, yeah, I could see, I can see it being very understandable having that oversight, though. Absolutely.
So it's easy to underestimate how things are actually going to go, especially if you don't have all of the experience needed to be able to come to those conclusions.
Yeah, totally.
Looking at how things are right now, we will be streaming Adam Rain's next match, which is going to be either against Win 5-0 or Slosher Whalelord, who are both currently locked into a heated battle.
Alright, interesting. And is there any way to tell what the current score is, or did they just get started?
Looking at the current score, it is 1-0 Twins' favor.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they just started their second bout, so we might be seeing the two dive in right away, or it might take a little bit.
Could be, yeah. I think I could see it being a good, lengthy match here with those two.
Yay. I did something really cool just a little bit ago. I think it was yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure how much you watch my streams, but every once in a while I'll play something called One Step from Eden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just recently beat the hardest difficulty with my favorite character. It's my first time beating it on Hell 14. Generally, in that game, you start off with health. But on the highest difficulty, you only begin with 1 HP.
Oh, wow. Dang. So, yeah, you have to be, like, perfect.
You can generate health during the run. I ended up having over 1,000 by the end. But, like,
I see.
Yeah, that start is really rough. And there's this one specific character that whenever I came across them, she would just constantly stomp me down. But there's this thing called sparing that you can do, kind of like in Undertale, where you don't have to kill them and they can become your friend. Generally, it's the player doing it to the opponent. Once you've passed them, you have the option to slaughter them or make them your friend and they'll help you out a little bit during the adventure. But if the AI feels like it sometimes, they will decide that they want to be your friend after they beat you to the dust. And this run just so happens to be a case where she was like, hey, I'm gonna help you finish this run. I'm like, oh really? And she was like, yeah. So she teamed up with me. Moments after she did, she also has, her secondary ability is that she prevents you from getting killed once.
Okay.
So within like 3 or 4 rooms after getting through with her, I die again, but she protects me and she's like, no, you can't die yet. It's against the rules, and heals me. And then after that, I managed to find my way through the rest of the run, got to the last boss, and I got to the ending, and I was victorious, and I was like, yay!
Oh, dang. Dang, that's clutch.
It was really fun, and it was definitely like, oh, it was so good. I have it uploaded to YouTube. Very few people will watch it. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just happy with it. It's there so I can look back and be like, do you remember when I did this? Yeah, I remember it. It was really cool. Yeah, I liked it. Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, you always gotta have at least a few of those.
That's what Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, like, is that something that you were, like, planning to make like a speed run for, or was that just kind of like the goal that you had for
I might
like
might
hardest?
speedrun it one day, but it's like it's a roguelike kind of, so it's like there's a
Oh, I see.
lot that can just happen where
Mhm.
there is optimization. There's definitely ways to set things up. There's one specific character where if you go in with her and her one of her specific loadouts, it's pretty much built in a way where it is speedrun viable.
Mhm.
But like generally, a lot of characters rely too much on random loot drops to
Ooh.
make them viable. So you can pretty much do a run with their base loadout on any character no matter what. But
Mm.
it's just it can be really dicey to try to go in with anything too far above.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I can see that being sort of a tricky thing to deal with, like speedrunning, having like a lot of those roguelite elements.
Yeah,
I was thinking, like, if there were thinking of like the few games I'd be kind of interested in speedrunning if I ever wanted to. I think one of them was Dead Cells, but I think looking
ooh,
back, I'm thinking, oh, that could be kind of difficult though.
that could be.
There could be a lot of things that could happen.
If you're
But
looking for more games to not speedrun, I would recommend not speedrunning ARMS because unless you do difficulty 1, there's a lot of RNG that happens, and it is frustrating.
interesting. Is RNG just like from the items, I guess?
The RNG is from how the AI moves around and plays,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
and it sometimes they'll just go pro level on you and immediately just do like perfect punishes, and you're like, well, there was literally no way for me to punish this. And the hardest part is just the fact that, like, getting through like ranked difficulty 4 or 7 when you know what's going on is pretty straightforward and easy, but a lot of that is because most of the AI are extremely defensive and dumb.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's a different story when you're trying to go fast because you can't time them out with a 30% health lead and be like, I'm just gonna not play the game anymore and they'll win. Like, you're like, okay, I want to take them out in 30 seconds and they're difficulty 7, so I'm gonna have to go in gun-ho and make these really good reads on a program that is literally rolling a dice. So it's just like, my read is rolling a die and being like, what kind of Oki works best in this scenario? And then
Dang.
you're like, oh, this would be the best Oki. But if they have a single frame to respond, then they're like, oh, but I actually saw what you were doing and I hard counter you with this. And you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Hmm. Dang. Yeah, like, yeah, I guess that's a good point. I always, like, you go through, like, Grand Prix, especially on, like, level 7, it always seems like each of the characters do, like, kind of the same exact stuff, but,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I could see that, like, if you're trying to do it as fast as possible, sometimes they'll just do, like, some sort of whatever.
Yeah.
Just,
They'll just turn into Goku.
yeah, they're not going to be super consistent. I guess especially at, like, level 1. I guess that's a different story, too. Depending, like, compared to, like, if you played it on, like, level 4 or 7 or whatever. I guess that's what makes it, like, that much more surprising if for level 1s to just always be kind of standing there and then all of a sudden they'll just do, like, some crazy stuff out of nowhere.
Yeah. The,
Dang.
the AI can be a little aggressive and maddening. Where it's, yeah. What else were you thinking of potentially speedrunning?
Oh, it always kind of goes back and forth. One was Dead Cells. Another one was
Oh wait, it's Dead Cells. Oh, I know that game. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah, yeah,
game.
yeah. That game is sick. I got really into it at a certain point. I was thinking, like, yeah, this is cool. Everything feels good. I might speed run this. And then yeah, it is tough though, for sure. It's a tough one. But other ones I thought about, like Sly Cooper 1 being kind of fun to maybe stream, because that's one of the games I grew up on. Think that would be kind of one that would be easy to, like, learn if I wanted to. It'd be kind of interesting. I think there was another one too. Kind of more recent. I think, oh yeah, Hyper Light Drifter. I thought would be kind of fun too.
Yeah, I could
Just-
see that.
Yeah, I remember watching them speedrun for GDQ or not. I think it was I don't know, it might have been some other thing. I remember it was some sort of speedrunning event that was connected to them, at least. It looked pretty sick, being able to kind of dash around and be able to find vital secrets and things like that.
Yeah.
That's another one I'm kind of interested in. But yeah, we'll have to see. Someday.
I'm very fortunate. I'm excited. I ended up getting a decent-sized gift card from competing in a Steam Hounds tournament some time ago. And with
really?
the summer sale, I ended up picking up a couple of things, especially with that discount, because I had a friend who was really wanting me to get that game that was made by a company that has you in those giant robots, but is a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Fall or something. I can't remember what it's called, but he convinced me to pick it up, and since it was that sale and it was cheaper, I was like, and then it was even cheaper if I technically went and spent like $35. I was like, I'll pick up a few other things, and Dead Cells was on sale. I'm like, I've been wanting to get that eventually anyways. We're going to sparring. Yeah, we're good.
Sparring, okay.
It's already set. So I was like, I'll pick this up, and I'll pick a couple other games. So now I have it sitting there. And because it's on Steam, that also means I have it so that if I stream it, I can have like viewer mode or Twitch chat integration, which means that people can like vote on what I have to deal with, which I would be fine with. What I'm also going to be fine with is Adam Brain facing off against Twin 5-0 here, as we are going to be diving into our comeback semifinals match.
Yeah, very nice. Twin rocking the his blusher set is another set he's pretty famous for. I'm in full support as a part of the Glusher gang. Get some rep in there. Right now, we're getting really good pick against Twintel here for sure. Double explosion.
And some nice shield pressure that can come out of this too, as he's gonna just burst right through. Gets 125 damage on top of that shield break. Yeah, Adam is just struggling to keep up with this. He does finally get that damage, so unfortunately Twin will not be allowed to upload his own perfect.
No. Yeah, Adam really wanting to get some sort of comeback here. He's definitely wanting to be a little more cautious. He's going for way more of these sort of charged hits, but yeah, one poke is really all Twin needed. Need to be just a little bit patient. That opportunity was going to come up, and he caught it for sure.
Unfortunately, that charged hit was not one of the charged hits he should be going for, as he lands right in that tripod and gets taken down. Nice call out from Twin, safely dodging out of the way, but Adam safely recognizing a chance to punish, gets 195. 275 reply from Twin, though, allowing him to bring this back in his lead. Oh, but we've got an ice chain.
Yeah, just block. That's the all you need. You know, even in a stage like Sparring Ring, you just gotta block, man. You just gotta get out of there.
If you can anticipate the grab and you can punish it, and it's such an enticing thing, just being like, but if I just read this hit, if I just read this grab, then I'll get to knock them down, and then their Chilla was a bad play. But then it's like, they're like, oh, but I'll just block, and then I'll throw out another Chilla, and we'll do this again. And you're like, but if I stop the grab now, and it kind of just keeps rolling that way if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's a dangerous 50-50, and it's very easy to get that lizard brain of yours to just try to do whatever you want to do, but even if it's not the best idea. But right now, it's a little more control here. Again, making sure Adam stays in that corner. Despite that, Adam's going to get an ice poke from up high.
Oh, but that super dash, getting a good start on it, but because of that wide arc, just not able to keep Adam in there. He gets to safely block it out.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Twin. Right now, though, Twin really getting some good space as he needs to. A little bit, he's got a bit of more of a good tri-blast pattern that he really needs to fend off what Adam is doing.
Out comes the rush, and that double punch is going to be safely blocked. 385 off of those two huge burst hits.
Yeah, that explosion finish almost didn't make it. But that's kind of a hard rush to connect fully convert since Glusher has that huge knockback at the end, but it's able to just narrowly get it and clutch it out that way. Just like that, Twin will take that first game.
Oh, where are we going? Are we going straight back? Yeah, we're going
Run
straight back to sparring ring.
All right. Don't think they had any time to switch, so they will definitely have the same sets here. Very interested in seeing if we'll see a roaster from Adam's side of things.
I'm not too sure. I feel like a lot of it is just he wants to figure out how to play and respond to Twin, because that Chilla is super rewarding, and it's consistent enough that I don't feel like it's the issue here. If anything, it might be the Coolerang, but like his options then are to go double Chilla or Chilla Roaster, which I don't know. I like this loadout, and it leads a lot of good opportunities. It's just he needs to figure out how to play against Twin.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely the main thing. Certainly. Right now, Twin has that good lead, and that explosion before Adam gets a chance to even use his rush. We'll just move on here. Pretty well set.
And that is going to set Twin up for match advantage here, just looking for one more win against Adam to be able to make it to comeback finals.
Oh, that bounce is just what Adam needed for that confirm. He's going to deal 310. Not too bad for that sort of set at all. We'll get a good lead, but he's going to get caught by a couple of those Glusher explosions on shield. They will get you sometimes. It's not as big as the splash damage for normal explosion arms. It'll definitely get you if you're not careful.
And if you get chained down by that Glusher, it is just painful. As you saw, Adam just constantly taking 3 damage ticks, and after all those trades, like, Twin just started making read after read after read, and because of the way that Glusher works, it just got easier and easier with every single effective play, allowing him to cleanly and safely take Adam out 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah, really good stuff. That poison definitely makes you feel like you're bogged down, even though it doesn't do too much on, like, actual sort of control end of things. It makes you feel very much like you're underwater, and it is the kind of momentum that Twin needed in this set, as he'll move on into, I believe,
Bunny Champ
finals.
Yes, and so we will be going back to that rematch for these two. Twin will be dancing with Bunny Champ yet again.
Oh boy. The run back. We're gonna see if he continues on with this Glusher set, or if he wants to go back to his little Hydra Ice Dragon little set. I could see both still doing pretty well though. I don't think he could go too wrong, super wrong either way.
Indeed. I feel like the Tri-Blast Glusher could be nice, but against Mechanica, that armor is just going to be a little too scary. I know Bunny Champs, or Twins, is also pretty experienced in rolling with Toasters and Manders as well, so we might see that step into the ring. He's definitely expanded his repertoire since whenever ago.
Yeah. I remember at a certain point he picked up boxing strategies, which really helped him out in the long run against a couple of oddball matchups here and there. We might see a little bit of that in this set.
Indeed. We'll have to see what he comes up with. We've got all the close range stages taken out, just Temple and DNA Lab as the remaining two. Kind of want to see Twin take it to DNA, though I could see Temple being a solid pick as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think with we saw in the last set, Twin really opted to go for a lot of those changes, for those stages where you had a lot of elevation changes, like Temple and Scrapyard, stuff like that. Mostly to kind of combat against Bunny Champ's boxing, right? So we might see a little bit of that again, for sure. We might see a little bit of Buster Beach. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of Buster Beach as well. From, I think either of these players could probably pick that one at some point.
We could potentially see it sometime down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because they both are aware that the other side also likes the stage. They're like, that might be better for them, so I don't want to go there.
Yeah. From where those mind games come in.
And it looks like we're going to go to DNA Lab.
DNA, okay. Sounds good. So this will be a change of pace. Not too many elevation changes this time around. Although you do get a little bit from the stairs occasionally, so we could get a tiny bit of that.
We can see a couple of interesting things going on in the interactions, but only time will really be able to tell how things are rolling. Bunny Champ readying up. Twin taking a moment to take a gander, consider his thoughts and actions. We'll be diving in. We will be beginning this next bout.
All right. And we've got... So, yep, Twin 5-0. You called it there. You got the Toaster, Hydra, and Mander set up. All fire, all boxing.
All hots.
All hot, exactly. We're getting all to it. Starting off with a big ol' whammer. Right square in the noggin for Mr. Bunny Champ here.
Toaster will reply, equaling out that 130 damage, and just like we were talking about before with the slap commander increasing the speed of those grabs, Twin gonna have some very speedy nabs just kind of slipping in from time to time. A lot of his loadouts are actually loadouts that also reward grab. Ice Dragon Biffler being really fast, Slap Commander being another very fast tool.
Very true. Glusher, not extraordinarily fast as a grab, but you get some crazy angles off of it. Yeah, definitely.
A nice punish there. Just super dashing right out of the way. And Twin is going to be starting this round off very in favor yet again. Curious to see how this is going to go, though, because if I'm not mistaken, the last several times we've seen this, Twin starts off strong, and then Bunny Champ warms up and quickly starts responding and playing properly to the matchup. This time, though, the rush exchange definitely going in Twin's favor as he quickly jumps into the air, punishes out Bunny Champ's rush, and just powers through it.
Absolutely. Yeah, Twin 5-0, very strong Dwarven. He's absolutely one of the best North American players right now, no doubt.
Yeah, and he kind of has been for a very long time, so it is always a treat to see players try to take him on and see who can really just outwit or outplay him.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, this set so far, too, is doing Twin so many favors here. He has so many more angles and opportunities to deny that whammer in the way that he usually couldn't before.
Oh, and punch in the shoulder as Bunny whiffs the grab.
I felt that rush button go off for Bunny, but just a hair too late. But yeah, Twin won't take that out.
One of those cases where you don't properly see it because your brain is like, they break the grab, and then just as the attack touches me, then I press rush. But it's like, step 1 never happened, so he was still waiting on that while step 2 was coming up, and he's like, wait.
Yeah. It gets you. It always does. It always gets people more than once.
Looks like we're going to Via next.
Yeah, Twin in the lead right now currently. Bunny Champ will have to counterpick with whatever stage he needs to really go with. I would have to imagine both Sparring and Dolce are off the table. But we'll have to see.
Oh no, we're going to Via.
Oh, Via, never mind. Alright.
It was Sparring and Mausoleum that were swiped away.
Oh. Alright, that shows me then.
The lesson has been taught to Cold.
Yeah. Apparently. Thought I knew stuff. Alright.
Cold confirmed does not know stuff.
Yeah. No. Debunked.
Got him.
Oh, interesting setup we got from Bunny over here. You can see a little bit of that lockjaw.
We're gonna go in with the Blast Suffocation tool set. If he manages just to line up those heavy arms and just get close enough to Twin, this is just explosion after explosion, and it can just be so frustrating to play around. That said, if Bunny Champ makes any solid whiffs, as Twin's just playing patiently, like, these are hard whiff arms, and Bunny Champ can easily leave himself completely vulnerable to any which way.
Yeah, absolutely. Lockjaw's always been that kind of arm where it's very very unclear for how you're meant to be playing it, but it does have its uses for sure in some situational areas. Via Dolce absolutely is a stage where it benefits Lockjaw pretty well for the most part if you want to do the things you want to do with it. Regardless of how viable, how optimal it could be with Lockjaw, because I feel like Lockjaw's been such a weird arm for people to figure out, like, how do you use this? How do you use this exactly?
How do you use this? And then there's the other point where it's like, once you kind of have a light idea on that question, then it turns into, well, the opponent being like, how do I respond to this?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. It's very weird to fight against it also. Oh, man, Spicy Mander gonna just cancel that rush out through the back.
Yeah, just covering that big jump.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, Slap-O-Mander definitely working out as a really nice response to that Lockjaw. Bunny tried to go in for the punish there, ends up taking 70 as a result from that charged toaster, which definitely a lot better than getting KO'd by that rush.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Gives them a little bit of that space that he needed from that knockback, so it's not too bad for Bunny Champ on that front. Right now, Twin adjusting pretty well, staying back for the most part and just picking out his shots when he needs to. Not wanting to commit too much, but at the same time, he's going to need to worry about this pressure that's coming out.
I think Bunny Champ, if he had a chance to line up the shot, it could have potentially led to a KO, but he was just constantly focused on those setups. Once Twin realized that there was just a solid second or so of time where Bunny Champ wasn't really doing anything, he's just like, oh, I just come and hit you.
Yeah, I'm going to try to air dash his Mechanica, things will be fine, and then, yeah, you get the little bop. Things are kind of over. Twin, ooh, immediately Twin losing half of his life.
75% of his life just gone with the wind here.
Really Twin really eager to like jump forward with that super hop, but that nade gonna be like the 6th or 7th charged nade that's gonna hit that will do the job and finish things off here. Bunny Champ's gonna even out 1-1.
Yeah, Twin definitely, like, he was so eager just to get back in close. Maybe utilizing some safer movement would have helped him get out, just like dashing forward, walking forward, and just giving himself chances to bring out that shield. But because of those dashes, Bunny Champ just constantly was like, oh, you're moving this way, the nade will catch you on your landing. And it caught him on his landing.
If it doesn't catch your landing, it'll catch your arms as you're landing, and then that will just take care of that too.
It'll just cause more problems.
Yeah, it'll be a bunch of bad stuff for you either way.
Buster and Mausoleum taken out from the stage list. Temple Grounds is like back and forth, so it's hard to say whether we're going to go there. It looks like we are going to go with DNA Lab this time.
Interesting, okay.
Which is usually a really good stage for Twins, so we'll have to see how Bunny is able to handle this.
He did just win in the first game against Bunny Champ at this stage, so I'm sure he wants to go back there and try to see what worked and that didn't work in Via Dolce, just to get a better idea of what he needs to do from here on out.
Bunny Champ will be choosing to stick with this loadout. It's going to be a little harder to line up these shots now that the stage is just so much more spacious. And there's a lot less, like, long running going on. That Lockjaw getting stuck on the pillar and Twin just capitalizing on that.
Yeah, that was nasty. Absolutely. I was going to say that the pillars as well is just going to be really counterproductive for Lockjaw as well. But then again, it's probably not going to be too long until a lot of those are going to be flushed out, and he's going to have a free reign to really aim it where he needs to.
Yeah. That said, though, even with that free reign, that free movement, it is a very open place, and Twin generally will have the option to go like left or right pretty consistently, and just constantly have Bunny Champ guessing.
Yeah, those super dashes are going to be way more comfortable in this stage, absolutely. Especially trying to fighting off against Lockjaw like that. Right now, yeah, Twin looking very comfortable in general. Just really throwing out when he needs to, and staying just far enough away so that that pressure that was there quite as present with the space that he has.
Sees a chance for the rush, but the quick chip, the little hesitation off of that uncharged tap is going to take Bunny out. And gives Twin a nice opportunity to punish, and this is just Twin's game. He's gonna go in for the grab, catching Bunny Champ again for charging up, trying to go for the set.
Really interesting interaction. The rush trigger, that little nade clip that, you know, while the armor wasn't super active, and that gave little Twin a lot of time to just jump out of the way and snipe him elsewhere. Very interesting.
I do like this pick. It might be a little bit easier for Twin to punch down that log or that Tri-Blast. But that said, the Lockjaw is still there, and it's 2 heavy bolts. Unlike what we saw with the hammer against Askew, this could potentially work out a little bit better, especially with Twin constantly just making these huge motions of plays.
Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, though, Bunny really is taken in the air a lot as Mechanica up close, and the Mander is just really capitalizing on those moments so well. He's getting that great little space, and it's just denying a lot of what he wants to do.
Just getting slapped out of the air.
Very nice awareness from Twin. The pillar was broken to the state where that rush could pull through, and he just decided to block the whole way.
Keeping Twin locked up against the wall is definitely really advantageous for Bunny Champ, because it removes one of his movement options. If he goes for that way, pretty much means that Bunny just gets to wall him out. We do have both players low on health. Any side could really get the KO here, especially with that toaster connection. Now it is even. Out comes this rush, and Twin cannot back out in time. We'll get sniped down, and the score is 1-1.
There you go. Yeah, Twin was not expecting Bunny to just go for that mid-air dash right before that grab, but it was just enough for him to really get the distance he needed to close that Tri-Blast rush out. He's going to stick with the same stuff here. Worked pretty well. Twin going with his same set as well. Just needs a little bit more of that adaptation if he needs to get this 2-1 under his belt.
It does help him out a bit that he has this rush advantage, and every time he trades with these Slap-a-Manders and Toasters, it's just slowing down Bunny's rush generation, giving Twin more time to kind of just control the field, control the map, and keep making these right calls.
Yeah, totally.
Last pillar down, and this is now an empty field. Both players just playing at max range. Twin definitely was not anticipating at that moment before, too, with that rush, just how much reach Lockjaw has. Like, it was that explosion just flying in from across the field and taking him out that really caught him off guard.
Yeah, for sure. Rush gonna land out. It's gonna make the connection. The Mander's not gonna find its way, though, so it's only gonna deal that 150. But that grab's gonna even it out to that 300, technically, so...
And then the Slap-a-Mander comes in a little later.
The Mander, just some random pot shots here and there, no biggie.
We'll pretend that was the rush.
There you go. And, oh, spicy grab, I love that. Very, very good finish to that third game. Twin will get the lead once again. 2-1 here.
Sending himself up with some good control of the field. Now he has two chances still to be able to take Bunny out. He might be able to see, after that unfortunate exchange before in the steel trap, maybe get a little bit of self-redemption for himself, especially considering how quickly things went just a few moments ago in this bracket with these two.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Right now, there's a very, very high chance of Bunny Champ switching his
Oh,
stuff
we
yet
were
again,
going to Via.
but it looks like we're not gonna get to see that chance realized, though.
No, no,
Seems like he's gonna stick with the same stuff.
no, they're supposed to be going to Via.
Hmm. Oh, never mind. Okay. I see. I see. All right, so we'll have to back out here.
Twin making the fastest call. I appreciate it.
That instant.
Just have a heart attack on the field. It's the best way to go.
Yeah, we need to get through that real quick.
And yeah, it'll be via Dolch.
Fiat. All right.
And just like that, we're back in the ring. Colt, unfortunately, because of that mistake, I'm gonna have to disqualify you from the tournament. I'm sorry.
Oh no, man! I was doing so well.
You were knocked out.
Man, that's a shame. I lost all that momentum.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rip momentum. It's been canceled, just like you were earlier.
Oh man, it be due. It be due.
And what we are seeing do right now is a couple of feisty slaps coming in. Twin starting off with the advantage, but Bunny Champ has Twin locked into this pocket, this little ditch, and it's just him trying to find a way out, trying to find a little bit of ground. Finally sees that opportunity, and now it's time for Twin to start going in for the chase. These super dashes, though, he almost put himself in the corner again, but a nice grab just completely surprising Bunny.
Yeah, and those Manders coming from the backside, hitting the backside of Mechanica too, really coming in clutch for him too. Sometimes Manders, you know, pretty well known that they're inconsistent. They don't usually pull through like that, but yeah,
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You know, so that ended up being pretty good for Twin. Gonna get that grab in. He is at set point at the moment.
Just looking for one more victory to take a clean 3-1 against Bunny Champ. And if he's able to do that, we'll be advancing to face off against Askew.
Indeed.
Which will definitely be a nice little redemption arc for him off of those recent tournament bouts. Bunny Champ, I like this setup. Putting that lockjaw away, just looking for heavy amounts of burst and spread, a flurry of pain that can roll in. But it also requires Bunny Champ to be making sure that he's keeping up this boxing and punching pattern. Otherwise, Twin will just be able to get these safe snipes out. Oh, nice coverage with the Tri-Blast and Nade.
Yeah, you can see Twin was prepared for, you know, the explosion trying to knock him over. But yeah, throwing both of those explosions in, that was something he might not have been prepared for. Yeah, right now, he's got Twin locked and loaded in that pocket. Really not giving him much leverage for getting out.
And with those two arms just being a lot faster and safer on retraction, it's just helping Bunny keep this chase going, keep this fight rolling, as he's got a good lead on Twin 5-0. But is this also a position where if Twin gets this rush ready, it can potentially kill KO, but it's going to be Bunny finding the knockdown first.
Yeah, Twin wanting to really deflect that Tri-Blast, but yeah, Bunny Champ going super high in the sky. That tracking is not going to be able to really reach up that super high vertically, so it is super even at the moment.
Oh, that nade just leaving Bunny Champ a little too open. That isn't going to be a super heavy rush, but he does get some damage. A little chip on there keeps the health even.
Very instant grab here. Very good thing to do on Wake Up is if people are just right up in your face. Most of the time, if you grab, it's pretty much instant. They can't react to it.
Yeah.
So
Unless you're
decent...
me. Unless you're me. If an opponent is too close to me and I try to go for a grab, they actually beat me in the grab exchange, and I just get grabbed anyways. I'm like, alright, cool. I guess I just lose.
Oh no. Yeah, that does happen sometimes. That is true. It do be that way. Bunny Champ right now getting rush. Really, he can get a really good setup here if he picks his moment right. And he's gonna get it right here. Of course, he still has to deal with.
He just needs one more charged hit. Twin safely calling out with the shield, trying to find a way in. There's plenty of time for Bunny Champ to build up another rush. So you can see Twin is trying to keep this pressure rolling. He knows that if Bunny gets that rush, it can potentially be to Twin's detriment.
Yeah, it's getting really, really close.
Oh, but that's going to cause him to get knocked down.
Yeah, it was very, very close. Good stuff from Twin to try not to get approach too hastily in the way that Bunny wanted to. But yeah, those explosions, the way those explosions were planted was a little too on point for him to sort of deal with. So that's going to be a good win for Bunny here to even things around.
Base is loaded, everything is set. Whoever takes this next one will be advancing. We've got our stages that are banned. Looking for what's coming up next.
I'll have to find out. So far, we've seen, it's pretty clear what both of these players are looking for these stages. Temple ground, all right. So this honestly could probably go either way.
Yeah, no, this is a both stage.
Yeah, because you do have that open area at the same time. There's some of those corners in Temple are pretty savage. So, which it could definitely be what Bunny Champ can prioritize off of. So it can lead to a little bit of either way, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Bunny Champ switching away the lockjaw, putting that whammer back on. Looking for that. We're looking for something that kind of works a bit better in this stage, especially with how open it is, just like DNA Lab was. It can be a little more suffocating, it can be a little more cornery, but yeah, lockjaw definitely would not work out too well here.
Mander is a bit persnickety in this stage too. The elevation changes are just wild enough that it doesn't really track as well as it can. The pillars as well. You can see a lot of times just now, Twin, as he's trying to guide it back, from this back end against the wall, you still have these pillars to really deal with guiding it around. So both players do have their sort of arms that they sort of have to guide around.
Mm-hmm. Bunny Champ looking for a good confirm, but it's going to be a safe block from Twin. A shield break almost inevitable. He chooses to just get those hits though. He sees his moment for the rush, and it is going to be a last hit basis for these two.
Ooh,
just one hit away, and it's a good call out for Bunny Champ, catching Twin on the grab. And now match point set for him. This could be that same story. It could very much be the same story that we've seen time and time again recently. Or is Twin going to be able to turn things around here and now?
Very true. Very good comeback from Bunny. Of course, Twin does have a different sort of development of counter plays that he has. No doubt a little bit different than last set. No doubt different than when he fought Bunny in Steel Trap as well. So quite literally anything could happen.
Again, Twin starting this round off with a light lead. A lot of damage can quickly burst through though with the Tri-Blast and that nade just constantly eating through. And whenever those impacts hit, it's just such a long time where Twin just has to stare at this rush, that 360 damage.
Yeah, once again, good play by Bunny Champ. Jumping way over to make sure that the tracking doesn't reach him so that he can get that safe rush in.
Only 180 off of that rush. Does keep Bunny Champ above critical, which means he's got a little bit of ground to work with. That is going to be the setup, and a nice grab for Twin will keep him fighting. We are now on that final round. One more to take it.
Excellent mix-up from Twin to just threaten with that shield bounce forward and then that grab afterwards. Very nice. Both players starting off with relatively same amount of rush. Bunny Champ will most likely build his first. Twin will have to be a little bit cautious and sort of react towards that as he might need to.
If he's landing these charged hits, though, it does mean that his generation is going to be a little bit faster as Twins just slows down. And that does mean that both are readied up already.
Very true. It'd be a lot more conservative. Twin wanting to go through more of these pot shots with toasters so far, just hoping that even if it does reflect, it does still have enough time for him to sort of recover and block as he needs to. Not going to quite find his rush there. We're going to see a little more of these mid-air dash mix-ups from Bunny Champ's side.
Yeah, he's going to start calling things out. He's looking to just get damage, capitalize on the pressure that his rush has, more so than get any damage off of the rush itself, because that can come later on the road. But that also said, because of that, it does leave Twin opportunities to punish with calls like that. And now Bunny Champ is on last hit.
Yeah. He's going to land the rush in for 310.
He needs two trades to take Twin out. Bunny
Yep,
Champ
and-
is looking for one. And it's going to be the Slap-O-Mander. Twin 5-0 taking vengeance on Bunny Champ.
Very good. You know, I was about to say, too, yeah, he just needed that one uncharged hit to really get that clutch, and if he really wanted it. And looks like he found a way to get around it, kind of recognized it, and decided to just throw that uncharged Mander out there. And it did just enough damage for him to move on into Grand Finals against Askew.
Indeed.
Good stuff.
Very good stuff. Very hype stuff. Much excite.
Yeah.
And speaking of excite, we do have the Grand Finals. Being an illusion team kill.
Yep. Grand Finals. Pretty good place to have a team kill if you needed to have one.
Yeah!
Considered.
If I'm gonna kill my teammate, I'd rather kill them here in Grand Finals than anywhere else.
Yeah, when they're close to achieving glory and victories, when you want to kill them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously you want that glory and fame.
Yeah, of course. And you know, what are you gonna do? Like, let them have it? No, of course not. Yeah, it's funny having us illusion commentators and having illusion players out here. I feel like that happens usually.
This tournament is definitely not biased in the slightest.
No, it's not. No, definitely not. We can't be biased if both players fighting are illusion. To be fair, you know, you can't just be too biased. Now, past matches, that's one thing, and I'm not saying that we were biased, but you know,
Maybe.
that could be one thing. But we can't be biased here when both players are a part of the same team. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was just going to be exclusively Japan, but Nintendo of America just made a tweet about that game that I was looking forward to in the Japan Direct, and it's called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. So I want that game. That's the game I want.
Nice. Okay, I'll have to check that out later.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right.
You should also check out One Step Later, because I'm not sure if that'd be your jam, but it's a really good game, and I really like it, and I hope it'd be your jam.
Yeah, I knew. I saw a little bit of it. I know. I love a lot of the character designs. They're all really dope. Yeah, if I get a chance, I'd definitely be interested in trying it out. I remember I enjoyed a little bit of Battle Network when I played it.
Yeah.
Never got to finish any of them, but it was pretty fun getting to try it out for a bit.
It's Battle Network, but if Battle Network, it's not if Battle Network was good. It's Battle Network if Battle Network was even better and a roguelike. Because Battle Network itself is good, But Battle Network as a roguelike that's even better is even better.
Right.
If you get my sales pitch here. And the music.
That checks out. It checks out. No, I like it. Yeah, I like a lot of the characters seem to have sort of their own sort of crazy abilities too, which I really like, having a lot of unique stuff going on there. So that definitely is what's vibing with me too. So
if anybody wants to see like this is definitely like the cream of the crop of the songs in One Step. There's a lot of other really good ones, but if you want to see the cream of the crop, search One Step from Even, Never Ending Song. It is delightful. Nice. And the match that goes with it is really exciting and entertaining too.
Nice, cool stuff.
I think Askew is not exist. Imagine if this tournament ends with Twin winning because Askew just didn't show up for Grand Finals.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
That would be a bit of a problem.
Maybe a bit of an issue, but we'll wait for a while. I'll get the standard 5-minute rule, I guess.
It has been 5 minutes now.
Oh. Oh. Well.
Twin wins, Pog!
I know sometimes the skew has to do stuff kind of later on in the night, depending on how far things go.
Me and Twin are gonna just do a quick round.
All right, I'll just put you at Sky Arena. No.
Okay.
I'll put you at. I'll just put you at Rumble, or no, not Rumble, Mausoleum. Okay, there it is. You can trust me. It's okay.
So we'll just have a quick exhibition match while we wait.
Sounds good enough.
Wooly versus Twins.
Should be fun. Killer sets, I like it.
I've been really liking this loadout. Let's go!
Spicy grab. Let's go.
How dare.
Hot slap all around.
Wow, cool. This is Grand Finals now.
Yeah, this is Grand Finals now. This is it.
Believe actually secretly made it through the entire bracket and is
Yeah.
now facing off Twin. Askew
Yeah,
turned
but-
out to secretly be Malik this whole time.
Yeah, Malief cut the line in the turn bracket lineup, kind of like how you cut the line at like a DMV, just
Yeah.
like that. And this is what's happening right now.
Oh!
Ooh, not quite get that magic pixel. All right, Twin. No pressure, but what do we got?
Oh no! He can kill me now with Rush.
He was ready for those. There it
But
is.
I can kill him with slaps!
The slaps. Gosh, the slaps will get you.
Alright. If this finishes without Askew responding, I do believe that we will just call it. and Twin will win. Regardless of how this goes. I could win, and still, I don't actually get to win. It's very, very sad.
I mean,
ooh!
Yeah, if you happen to win a best of one, that might not say too much, but yeah.
I mean, that's how I got to 4th place in Japan, so...
You know what? Fair point. It's a fair point. You have Japan, big deal.
Twice, even.
Yeah, that's true.
I am the queen of best of the ones.
You're the queen of the best of ones. There you go. That's something to be proud of.
Yes, very proud. I'm good at surprising people, but it only takes them a minute to warm up to me, and then I lose.
Dang.
That's a mood.
So yeah, it's a fat mood right there. Good rush from Twin. Just like that, evening things up. Wow.
Oh!
All right.
Dang it.
Who lands the last slap? It's gonna end with a slap. We know it.
No.
Or not. Never mind. I mean, that could be a slap, technically. Ends with Mander.
I mean, yeah, technically you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is!
Oh, there, yeah, at the last second. Let's see. We'll get the update.
Alright, so unfortunately for Twin, this does mean that he doesn't win the tournament yet.
Just outright, yeah. Alright.
So there, we got 3 Illusion players in Grand Finals.
That's crazy. Wow, that's a accomplishment.
Oh,
You get the third one in there?
let's have Twin 5-0 versus Twin 5-0 in the Grand Finals match. How does it sound?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Twin 5-0 versus Twin 5-0-2. The sequel. We'll
Yeah.
see who wins. Alright.
See, I'm good because I'm great as a commentator because I have enough energy to go in for 1 or 2 clean sets, and then after that my performance quickly deteriorates. So I go in, I flex really good, and then I disappear into the other.
Yeah, it happens.
So I get to look really good. And just be like, oh, we're just waiting on Grand Finals. I'll just play C number 2. Oh, I won. Oh, wow. Oh, how crazy that happened. When we all know that if I actually was in bracket, I would get a clean, I would get 3-0'd, and he'd probably walk away with 2 perfects on me. But because I get to come in quick, fresh, and ready like that, I get a quick slap down, I run away screaming and squealing with the belt, and I'm like, yeah, you win!
That's how you win arms, people. You take notes. That's good top player advice for you.
Yeah, you do the hit and runs. And speaking of hit and runs, we're gonna be running over to DNA Lab for this first bout.
Gonna be lots of hit and runs behind these pillars here. We're gonna see in a moment. Actually, probably not a whole lot of hit and runs. We're gonna see Askew most likely being quite the aggressor, but regardless.
Oh, we might see
a lot of...
Twin getting a lot of nice hit and runs as he's slapping down Askew with Bifflers or Slap-a-Manders.
That's true. Either way, we're going to see a lot of hitting and also a lot of running.
We will see a lot of both.
Yeah.
Maybe not in consistent order of hit and run, but you'll see like hit, run, hit, run, hit.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the distribution is unimportant. You'll have it delivered to you either way at your door.
You never know what's going to come first. Is it going to be a hit? Is it going to be a run?
Do I have it at DNA? Okay, yeah, I have it at DNA. Okay.
Twin is just calculating now that he's in his actual match, and he's not just looking for laughs and giggles.
Yes. Understandable. Alright.
Ooh, I like that additional pick there going in with Twin. We don't have the Hydra there. He's just anticipating straight up the Min-Min. So we've got Biffler Ice Dragon, and then a nice Roaster on the side. So he's still, even if he puts that Biffler away, he has a lot of speed, and it's going to be a really good catcher for punishing and taking Askew down.
Yeah, definitely if he needs it for right now. At the moment, Twin doing pretty well with setting the pace here, getting those Ice Dragons out. Askew gonna hide behind one of the pillars so you can get that charge out, of course. Very optimal decision at that point for any man to do.
Twin definitely going pretty strong too, coming off of his win against Bunny Champ, having a chance to stay nice and warm against my little quick warm-up duel. So Askew definitely coming in from a short break, and definitely wanting to get back into the heat of things. But he is doing some good work regardless, as he has Twin at half health, and he's just looking to pressure him down, with most of the pillars already out too.
Yeah, he's got some excellent grabs on Twin so far. Just a little bit earlier and just now, got some excellent wide grabs.
Oh,
Twin,
but he's gonna lose the rush in this exchange!
Yeah, that Biffler rush will get you time and time again. Very fast arm. A good read from Twin. That sudden dash read was very good for him. Gonna clutch that first round for him.
Mm-hmm.
Starting things off with a 1-2. Good stuff. Skew getting his charge. And really wanting to corner and oppress Twin as always.
Can't blame the guy. Twin is such a character that if you do not have him backed against a wall, you're probably in disadvantage. And even in a lot of matchups, Twin backed up against a wall is still probably even with some of the options and plays that he really has available for him.
Yeah. Regardless, I mean, yeah, the way the Skew's using that Chakram right now, the huge Girth 5 Chakram, it's really hard with the low options Lollipop has. As good as they are, it just does not do too well against a Ram that size. So it's Skew taking good advantage of that and, taking it out from there.
Skew quickly going in for the chase. He's looking to try to get some kind of setup. Lands the knockdown off of that whiffed rush.
Yeah, Twin just a little bit off on that read, and Skew reacted to that really well, and getting some momentum of his own. He's aiming for that perfect right now. You can see it. He's going real hard.
He's been so hungry for it this entire tournament.
There it is.
And he wants to get it. We do have our perfect. Skew taking the first set and claiming match advantage.
There we go. Clip has currently been saved. Moving on into the first game here. Set the tone, 1-0.
Definitely one of the better stages for Twin. That said, there's a lot of the opportunities where there's some good elevation, or if Twin just picks somewhere a little more close range, like while it's arguably not necessarily the best decision, you could make the argument for Sparring Ring to still work out well, because it means that Skew doesn't have the chance to get a Dragon Arm quickly charged up. Granted, DNA Lab didn't have that chance either, but Skew just found a way once he got a trade or two in his favor, and once he got the trade, that's when things really fell apart.
Yeah. Yeah, the grabs from Skew are going to be a huge problem for Twin at the moment. Looks like at the moment, I guess we're moving to Scrapyard, so I'll put that on there. All right. So I think this could be a pretty good middle ground for Twin. Just have enough pillars to really keep himself back, but not too many for Skew to get a whole lot of chances to get his space to get that Dragon Arm out. Could be pretty good for him, but I could also see this being really good for Skew as well.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see just a quick example of how it can work out. As he got that Dragon Arm because of the space and range, and he's already starting off with the suppression and chase as a result.
Yeah. Making sure he stays behind close at a high ground so that Twin doesn't have access to it. Alas, though, he does manage to get on top of it. Managed to get a bit of a priority on his sort of sniping area. Now, Skew just building rush in the meantime.
Keeping up this pressure, keeping up this pace. Twin just continuing to do a solid job of just keeping the range and just trying his best. That's going to be another excellent exchange going in for Twin.
Yeah, Skew just really wanting that quick grab to get that Dragon Arm out, but yeah, that gave Twin a bit of some opportunity to really close it out in this first round and to set the momentum going for him. Good reactions there from Skew. Making sure he doesn't stay too compromised from that ice chain. Excellent movement so far, staying just outside that Ice Dragon's reach.
Sees this rush chance, and he's gonna be able to land it. The timing, especially on that elevation, is so awkward. Because Askew quickly would land off of that point, but because Twin was able just to quickly get the dragon set up in that spot, and he's gonna be walking away with a near perfect. So
discount perfect.
So close.
He got chip damage somewhere. It's okay. It almost counts.
He should upload that one to Twitter and just be like, I basically perfected him.
Yeah, just in case.
Just be like, so just see Askew is perfect on him, and then just reply with that and be like, by the way, I also pretty much perfected you.
There you go. I mean, sometimes you need those. That's common in Illusion for sure. Me and Dendy will have those moments sometimes. You're like, oh, you're gonna have a replay like that? Okay, I'll just post this moment here, and we'll see how that goes. Maz is gonna be the pick here.
Alright, we all set. Yeah, no, that was... I'm expecting Scrapyard to be banned from here on out, because that was really, really rewarding for Twin. Off of like a slightly rocky start, Twin was just like, oh, look at all of these bumps and angles and curves, I'm just...
Yeah, everywhere he always had some sort of good angle to shoot that Biffler, and it was just so good at keeping Askew sort of laid back and pushed back there. And really did well for him. I think Mausoleum, though, is definitely going to be fantastic for Askew, though. I could definitely see him really sweeping this game away pretty easily unless Twin changes something up.
Starting things off, this is definitely working out really well for Askew. While there's a little bit of room for Twin to be able to move left and right, it's not necessarily enough, as that Chakram seems to just be doing a good call as catching him every single time. Twin recognizing, though, that Askew is waiting for the super dashes each and every call, though. Gets the grab to push him back, but the roaster finds its way in.
Alright, there we go. Just had to charge my Switch real quick.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Alright.
I missed you.
I missed you too. It's been a while. Been a whole 30 seconds. Alright.
So long.
It's been very long. Askew with the lead right here. Right now is looking pretty even. Askew definitely, I'm sure, very eager to use that rush pressure to his advantage. Nice Ice Dragon.
Nice bait.
Yep, very good. He could have offered to really like go for a charge sooner and try to bait something out from that, but right now he tried to play it safe and just go for that chip damage, which I can definitely respect as well.
Nice catch with the grab. Twin getting knocked to half health. Does have a rush ready. If he finds a good lineup, I don't think he can... Now he can KO. Now he can definitely KO. Though I'm not sure he wants to off of that. Might be looking for something else.
Yeah, Twin could have finished it off there if he wanted to, but I imagine he probably wants to save that rush as long as he can.
But there's 27 seconds left on the clock. Now there's nothing, as Twin gonna be able to balance out the score.
Good reaction there from Twin. A good read, dash read as well. Both starting off with rush. I think whoever wins in this rush exchange with what they have is probably going to set the pace and most likely win this game. So we'll have to see how they use their resources. Right now, Askew really taking advantage of the rush pressure. And Twin not going to be able to find anything. That super hop was not going to be able to find that advantage there. Askew taking full opportunity for that conversion.
Twin trying to just find a way to push him back. Finally does so. And this time he has enough health where a single hit isn't going to take him down. But if that hit is a grab, we are back on ground zero. A nice grab in response, though, does keep Twin fighting. But that roaster won't.
Yeah, that roaster going way off to sort of get that chump punish out, and we'll do the chop for Askew. He takes that lead 2-1. Currently 1 game away from taking the whole thing.
Community tier, I'm just gonna say community tier list is good, but it's really inconsistent because it has a lot of people's opinions who really don't have a grounded understanding of the meta scene and so on and so forth. Like, they can have a good idea, but like, I see a lot of people in ARMS Central who are still figuring things out, and they're like, why do people see Coil as good? I beat her up easy all the time. Why do people see Sprintron as the best character because he's the best character? And it's like, no. No.
Yeah. It's funny for sure. You see, I mean, a lot of other competitive games that still to this day have like tier lists that change all the time. Like Melee still always is pretty fluctuating despite being as old as it is. And I think with ARMS especially, we have that customization factor where the optimal set isn't always as good as it can be as well. Like, yeah, having an official tier list is it can be good as a reference, but it's not going to be 100% accurate.
It's like all the other tier lists you see, but like, if those tier lists were very, like they were a house of cards or something like that, because it really, really does not take, there's so many things in play with each character that like, it's a pretty grounded idea on things.
Yeah.
But
I could understand it for sure, but yeah.
I like Sprintron best character, who was saying that same person voting in the community tier list. Like, that's kind of the idea. I don't think there's actually somebody specifically who said that, but I'm just drawing as an example. There's like people who will look at a character, or they'll just have a very strong heated opinion because Master Mummy can be a really scary turtle when you're not used to countering him. And if you don't know how to counterplay the turtle, you're gonna look at the turtle mummy and be, oh, that's the best character, because he just shields and he wins. And we're not seeing that right now, though.
Yeah, speaking of, I really liked the counter pick from Askew. I think he noticed the Via Dolce stage pick from Twin and thought, okay, he's going to switch to his Glusher Tri-Blast set. I'm going to stick with my Master Mummy and try to take advantage of just bullying through with my super armor. Fortunately for Twin, he got some roasters set up. So
but he's gonna walk into that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty nasty setup for him.
And we are now on tournament point. Askew just looking for one more win, and he's looking to get that win with double bub as he tries to box out these double roasters.
Yeah. Double roaster. Can't blame him though. I mean, Tri-Blast and Glusher. Glusher can be good against Mummy, but at the same time, you're not going to stop his momentum too much. And same sort of thing with Tri-Blast. So
nice couple of jabs. Good grab going in there.
All right, good rush.
Twin definitely setting up the lead here. Has to be really careful because those bubs can easily lay into 310 damage.
Yeah, Twin not really wanting to deal with the 50-50s that are really scary for Mummy to really try to use. And good bait from Askew. Will deal out 235. He just needs one good Mummy grab to close it out here. Twin is going to really try to find that charged hit.
A charged hit or two uncharged hits.
Uncharged hits. That works too. You know what?
We'll take it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
they'll certainly do that. Okay. No changes. Stick with what we have.
Rescue just trying to build rush and pummel down Twin, especially with how big those bubs are and how fast they retract. He pretty much just safe gets to box down everything Twin is throwing out. And he's going to be able to box that out, even with one bub down. Just the power of the big, beefy Mumford.
Yeah, that's impressive. Absolutely. He definitely has a good boxing advantage on that front. With Rush, it's going to be scary. Twin, though, no hesitation on that wake-up grab.
He had to have no hesitation, because if he paused for a second, Askew would just immediately have full control, full ground. He has to be making quick calls. Like this nice rush does set him up to potentially KO Twin. He does have to go for a Dendy grab. This grab won't take him out. Sets him to Magic Pixel. But now, final bub is all he's going to look for, and that will be it.
Yeah.
Taking Twin down 3-1.
Yeah, very, very safe option for Askew at the very end. Even if that got rush deflected, you probably would have had just enough time to be able to block the rush if you were able to react with that. And yeah, overall, really strong stuff for the two of them. Askew is going to take it here, 3-1.
And with that, that brings us to a quick and smooth ending to the final NA Scrapstar of Season 4. Askew taking that first place, Twin settling at second. Wait, sorry, I meant Believe taking second place.
Oh, yes.
Twin
Yeah.
taking second here. Luna taking a sub, so he gets third place now instead of Bunny Champ because of that, because I definitely have favorites. Oh wait, no, it's to Hiroyabe. So Hiroyabe actually gets third place now because Luna gifted that. So many thanks. No, Bunny Champ gets third place. And then, of course, Adam Brain with fourth. So, very good showing from everybody. Thank you all so much. Cold, where can people find you on the internet if they think you are a very cool and neat and hot snake that they might want to support? Or cancel?
Well, yes, as you mentioned before, you can go ahead and cancel me over at twitch.tv/coldstare. You can find me on that link. I'm not super consistent with my my streaming, especially as of right now with graduation and stuff underway. But hopefully soon I'll get a stream out at some point. We'll just have a pretty chill stream, just hang out and chat and stuff. Should be a good time. You can also follow me on twitter.com/coldstare KC. That's going to be the same as my usual username, but the handle has capital K and C at the end. You can find me over there retweeting dumb memes or whatnot. If you're interested in that, then definitely join me on that as well.
And of course, you can always find me here. If you enjoyed the streams, want to see more of it, follow me, join my Discord. You could also do what people have done all of a sudden, which is a lot more active, and I really appreciate it. You can subscribe to me. We are extremely far away from making streaming full-time a reality, but if you want to help this mess of a lady out, the long-term goal would be, what is it? 300 subs? We're like a sixth of the way here. We're not gonna get even close to that. I think there was a huge gift bomb that happened like about a month ago now. That's gonna be coming to an end. When that happens, we're gonna be very low on things, but we'll get there when we get there. If you do want to support, it helps. Don't stress too hard on it though. It'll happen when it does. I'll deal with retail until then or something else.
Yeah. Support's only good when you can afford it.
Yes.
You know.
Especially when we are in these trying times of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Of course, we do have other events coming down the road. I probably won't do another Scrapstar for a while we're off season. I might do a Scrappers League, but we'll see how that goes. I might do another Scrapstar. We'll figure it out. But if you want to participate in other tournaments, I do have a Rocket League bracket coming up in just 1 week. If you like Rocket League and you like Malieve, and you want to play Rocket League on Malieve's stream, join with the team, or if you're a free agent, sign up and maybe you can make a group with a couple other people.
Dang. Sounds good. I imagine the Shrimps gang is pretty big on that. I have to imagine.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything from them, though, so I don't know if they're going to sign up or not, but Rocket League is cool, so...
Oh, yeah. They're all busy, too. That's right.
Yeah. If anybody here is interested, do consider it. With that, I am going to end the stream. We are going to go over and cancel a good friend of mine from the Kirby Speedrunning community, the terrific Tracy. If you want to join me in helping cancel them, this will be our raid battle cry. E. Oh, there. This will be our battle cry. So if you want to join in the raid to cancel Terrific Tracy, this is what we're going to go in with.
Fantastic.
I just need to set it up again because it doesn't work. Okay, we're good. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao!